We are going to start in a couple of minutes. To ensure the smooth experience for everyone, we kindly ask all the participants to silence their notification on their devices. Thank you for understanding and cooperation. National Anthem Indonesia Raya. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan. Very good afternoon from Indonesia, Southeast Asia, and also very good morning to our participants and speakers that joining us from Middle East Asia.
The Most Honorable Profesor Dr. Apoteker Edi Yusuf M. Parm, Rector of Jakarta Global University, along with academic and management staff. The Honorable Professor Dr. Purwadi, MPD, Chairman of Pergubi West Java Region. The Honorable Professor Dr. R. Popi Yaniyawati, MPD, the Secretariat General of Perguri West Java Region. Professor Dr. Indang Aryati, Vice President Global Affairs, Management and Science University, MSU Malaysia. Mr. Zhang Xiaoming, that will join online from Director of the Dean International Exchange and Cooperation Office of Wuxi Institute of Technology, Dean of School, International Education, China. The Honorable Professor Poppy Rufaida, MBA, PhD, Professor of Pajajaran University, and also as a speaker for today's event.
The Honorable Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad N. Abdul Razak Al-Sheikli, our guest lecturer from Gulf University, Bahrain. The Honorable Moderators and Responders, Professor Dr. Anna Permanasari, MSI, Ms. Nurul Aslamia, STR Com, Profesor Ujiana Sekteria Pasaribu, PhD, Profesor Dr. Haji Jaja Suteja, SE, MSI, DBA. The Honorable Members of Pergubi for West Java Region. The Honorable all the university partners, representative from West Java, and also our beloved students and all participants of today's event. As your Master of Ceremonies, my name is Hadi Wijaya, and it is a pleasure to stand before today alongside my partner,
Revita Desi Hertin.
On behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to extend our heartfelt greetings to all of you and officially welcome to International Seminar of Innovating Global Collaboration on Education and Research 2024. Mentari tenggelam menjelang petang. Burung kasuari mondar-mandir. Kami ucapkan selamat datang. Terima kasih Bapak Ibu telah berkenan hadir.
Nasi ketan ditambah pisang. Jadikan tape buat nostalgia. Hadirin sekalian, selamat siang. Semoga sehat dan selalu bahagia. Before we proceed to the next agenda, let us read the order of the event. First, JG profile. Second, opening prayer. Third, opening speech and launching of public lecture. Next will be keynote speaker, also student performance. And then we continue with seminar session. Also the next one will be MOU signing and public lecture session. And the end is closing.
As we mentioned that today's event will have MOU signing ceremony. The first MOU signing will be between Jakarta Global University, Pergubi, and West Java Universities. And the second one is MOU signing will be between Management and Science University, Pergubi, and West Java Universities.
The list of universities that will be signed MOU today are Jakarta Global University, Management and Science University, Universitas Adira Sareswara Sanjaya, Institut Teknologi Nasional, Universitas Buana Perjuangan Karawang, Universitas Insan Cendekia Mandiri, Universitas Teknologi Bandung, Universitas Pamulang, Universitas Sehati Indonesia, Universitas Langlang Buana.
Continue with Universitas 11 April, Universitas Pasundan, Universitas Islam Nusantara, Universitas Advent Indonesia, Institut Keguruan dan Ilmu Pendidikan Siliwangi, Universitas Pakuan, Universitas Islam Bandung, Universitas Swadaya Gunung Jati, Universitas Bakti Husada Indonesia, dan terakhir Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia.
Alright. To begin our first agenda, we are pleased to introduce the host of today's event, Jakarta Global University, through our video profile. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy.
JGU, Jakarta Global University. Founded in 1972 as the Jakarta School of Technology or STTJ. In 2019, STTJ was transformed into an institute, with the addition of new programs in the health sector. In 2020, ITKJ and STIEP officially become Jakarta Global University, a modern university with international standard facilities and 21st century education system. Currently, Jakarta Global University or JGU has 10 study programs with educational levels. It is a form of concern for the world of education. JGU also provides various scholarship programs, including Government Scholarship, Foster Parents Scholarship, Industry CSR, Transforming Lives Scholarship, Enrichment Scholarship, Academic Achievement Improvement, and other various scholarships. As a campus that carries a global concept in its education system, JGU collaborates with several campuses abroad such as Malaysia, Japan, China, Ireland, and Turkey. This international collaboration fully supports the GMP or Global Mobility Program, which presents various programs such as Joint Degree Program, a collaborative class between JGU and MSU or Management and Science University, Malaysia, with recognition of degree certificate from each university, where students will study for 6 semesters at JGU and 2 semesters studying at MSU. Apart from the Joint Degree Program, JGU also presents other global programs, such as International Student Exchange, International Internship, and International Study Tour. By carrying out the 21st century education teaching system, JGU presents a learning experience that prioritizes student skill development, which is manifested in the GEMS program, or Graduate Employability Skills, PEC or Personal Enrichment Competencies, and also mentoring. To maintain a good ecosystem for industrial absorption, JGU prioritizes the interests of a symbiotic mutualism relationship with the industry, whereas a campus institution that carries global education, JGU encourages collaboration in the field of research and absorption of industrial workers. In addition to focus on the academic field, JGU also plays an active role in developing abilities and mindset of students in the entrepreneurship field. Not only those applied to the curriculum, students are also facilitated with several other programs, which are integrated with government programs, such as Student Entrepreneurship Program, Student Creativity Program, and any other external funding programs. Jakarta Global University, transforming lives, enriching future.
Please give warm applause to our host today, Jakarta Global University.
Our next agenda, we would like to invite Ustadz Jupiter Yancik, SPDI, MPDI, MA, to lead us in a prayer to officially begin our event. Please, Ustadz Jupiter, the time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hadirin para tamu undangan yang dirahmati Allah Subhanahu wa taala, marilah kita sejenak mengangkat kedua tangan kita seraya menundukkan kepala untuk merenungkan, memanjatkan doa agar acara dan kegiatan kita hari ini diridhoi, dirahmati Allah Subhanahu wa taala. Sebelum memulai doa ini, izinkan kami untuk memimpin doa pembukaan acara ini dengan berdoa menurut tata cara agama Islam. Untuk itu, Bapak, Ibu, Saudara, dan para tamu undangan yang Subhanahu wa ta'ala yang non-muslim dimohon untuk dapat menyesuaikan berdoa menurut agama dan kepercayaan masing-masing. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Hamdan syakirin, hamdan na'imin, hamdan ni'amahu wa yukafi'u mazidah. Ya Rabbana lakal hamdu wa lakal syukru kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhikal karimi wa azimi sultanik. Allahumma inna na'udzubika min ilmin la yanfa' wa amalin la yuqbal wa qalbin la yahsha wa du'ain la yusma'. Allahumma sahil umurana wa umura walidina wa umura asatizatina madamatis samawati wal ar waja'alna minal muslimin. Ya Allah, ya Tuhan kami panjatkan puji dan syukur atas rahmat, nikmat dan karunia-Mu. Ya Allah, ya Tuhan kami Jadikanlah kegiatan seminar hari ini, seminar Innovating Global Collaboration on Education and Research, sebagai majelis ilmu yang bermanfaat untuk kami semua, baik di masa sekarang maupun di masa yang akan datang ini. Jadikanlah ilmu kami ilmu yang bermanfaat bagi kami, guru-guru kami, orang-orang yang sekitar kami, bagi masyarakat, negara dan bangsa kami. Ya Allah, ya Rabbana, kegiatan seminar ini kami laksanakan hanya semata untuk memperoleh ridho, rahmat, maghfirah-Mu ya Allah. Maka berikanlah bimbingan, pengajaran dan petunjuk kepada kami untuk melaksanakan seminar ini atas ridho-Mu. Jadikanlah ilmu kami yang bermanfaat, yang terus mengabdikan ilmu di jalan-Mu ya Rabb. Ya Allah, wahai yang maha pengampun dan maha penyayang, ampunilah dosa kami, dosa kedua orang tua kami, dosa guru-guru kami, dan dosa para pendahulu kami, dan jadikan kami menjadi penerus yang amanah, yang bisa memberikan dampak kebaikan untuk masyarakat, lingkungan, negara dan bangsa ini. Ya Allah, ya Rabbana, hanya kepadamu kami memohon, kiranya Engkau selalu membersamai di setiap langkah kami, agar kami menjadikan hamba yang bersyukur atas semua nikmat karunia-Mu. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzabannar. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Ustaz Jupiter. Moving on to our next agenda, we would like to invite Professor Dr. Purwadi, MPD, the chairman of Pergubi, West Java region, to deliver his speech. Please, Professor. Please give warm applause to Professor Purwadi.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang dan salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Pertama, saya ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada tuan rumah Prof. Edi Yusuf. Sekarang tidak ada Edi Yusuf yang kedua, sama-sama rektor. Kita doakan buat beliau dengan baca Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-Fatihah buat Prof. Edi yang sudah meninggalkan kita. Beliau adalah juga support terbesar untuk Pergubi Jawa Barat. Kita berdoa sama-sama. Terima kasih juga kepada para pembicara yang pada hari ini sudah siap. Saya sampaikan terima kasih ini kepada Ibu Indah Isati dari sini ya Bu. Terima kasih Bu ya sudah bisa berbagi. Kemudian kepada Mr. Jiang Xiaoming juga ini insya Allah beliau sudah siap ya. Kemudian ini Prof. Popi yang sebenarnya beliau ini sedang dikejar-kejar tugas yang luar biasa, tetapi beliau dengan tadi tergopoh-gopoh juga datang ke sini. Terima kasih Bu Popi. Kemudian juga kepada Mr. Muhammad Abdul Rajak juga mereka sudah siap, dan kepada yang istimewa di sini ada Ibu Ujiana Sekteri sebagai host ya, kok tadi ya. Kemudian Prof. Jaja, nuhun Prof. Terus ngarsakeun janten pengapa ini ya Pak? Saya kira hafal tadi, tidak dihafal ya. Kemudian kepada Ibu Ana ini sebagai moderator. Terima kasih Bu Ana ya. Dan juga di sini ada sekretaris saya, Prof. Popi, ini yang luar biasa. Prof. Popi ini terus mendorong kita supaya Pergubi Jawa Barat berkiprah di tanah air ini gitu ya. Terutama Jawa Barat, karena Jawa Barat menunggu kita loh Pak ya. Beberapa kali saya ditelepon oleh orang Jawa Barat, terutama dari sekretariat itu, mana ti Pergubi teh. teu aya wae saurna gitu ya. Nah, hari ini Profi tolonglah sekarang kita buatkan agenda yang baik buat Jawa Barat ya. Karena Jawa Barat masih ingin juara katanya. Entah nanti kalau sudah jadi gubernur Pak Dedi, karena Pak Dedi juga menghubungi saya melalui tim suksesnya, Pergubi dukung saha cenah kitunya. Karena mudah-mudahan saya belum dukung, saya kira saya pegawai negeri gitu ya. Kemudian kepada kepada teman-teman anggota Pergubi yang sudah hadir, ini terutama ini ada Prof. Mukarto, Ketua Yayasan UGJ nih. Alhamdulillah Prof. Mukarto, terima kasih dengan rektornya nih sudah hadir. Kemudian tadi dari UECM dan lain-lain lah, saya tidak usah sebutkan satu-satu. Yang jelas kami mengucapkan terima kasih. Dan secara khusus hari ini ada Ibu Dian Damayanti ini, tolong berdiri ini, salah satu anggota kita yang insya Allah beliau diusulkan untuk dapat Nobel ya tahun ini, mudah-mudahan ya udah kementerian. Tepuk tangan. Beliau adalah penulis untuk Indonesia di berbagai belahan, terutama di PBB dan UNESCO ya. Jadi beliau banyak sekali bukunya Bu, kalau lihat Dian Damayanti aja, banyaknya bukunya banyak sekali. Nah, oleh karena itu mudah-mudahan Bu Dian ya nanti dapat Nobelnya ya. Ya. Kalau dapat Nobel jangan lupa itu Pak Edi Yusuf di sini ada, ya Pak Purwadi ada di sini ya. Terima kasih. Jadi Bapak dan Ibu yang saya hormati, seminar internasional ini adalah salah satu program kami dalam rangka pengembangan wawasan lah kita semua, khususnya yang di guru besar. Karena guru besar ini tadi saya ngobrol sedikit saja, ada beberapa hal yang mungkin masih lemah karena sudah merasa guru besar sehingga tidak mau belajar lagi kepada siapapun. Oleh karena itu seminar-seminar semacam ini mudah-mudahan menjadi reminder kita ya untuk bisa terus belajar. Sebelum saya lupa ini Pak Kalem kita, Prof. Samsuri, mohon maaf tidak bisa hadir ke sini menyampaikan secara telepon kepada saya, mohon maaf katanya tidak bisa. Yang jelas beliau tetap mencintai Pergubi dan semoga Pergubi Jawa Barat beserta tim dan pesertanya katanya sukses selalu gitu ya. Nah jadi sekali lagi dan juga kami juga ingin bahwa pemilihan tempat kerjasama kita juga terkoordinir dengan baik, tidak asal menunjuk. Oleh karena itu saya meminta Prof. Edi Yusuf ini yang kebetulan beliau sudah berkeliling ke seluruh dunia. Sebenarnya ini yang pembicara-pembicara itu belum kita minta ya, hanya yang diminta itu MSU karena beliau sangat dekat dengan MSU. Nah sebenarnya ada beberapa perguruan tinggi yang mungkin saja kita bisa, tapi terganjal oleh ya kita tidak bisa memfasilitasi kedatangan mereka ke sini untuk biaya dan lain-lain. Karena Pergubi ini nanya ke saya, Pak Edi, Pak Pur punya enggak dana untuk mendatangkan mereka supaya bisa MOU di sini gitu ya. Wah saya tidak punya dana. Pergubi tidak mengungut iuran ya, jadi uang itu atas dasar kebaikan dari beberapa perguruan tinggi. Ya, jadi seperti kegiatan ini pun ini kebaikan dari JGU. Kita tidak mengeluarkan apapun. Sehingga jangan dikira Pergubi Jawa Barat banyak uang. Tetapi alhamdulillah pada saat pendirian begitu berdiri, alhamdulillah kita dapat sokongan dari beberapa rektor. Rektor Widyatama waktu itu Prof. Obi, dari rektor Unikom, ITENAS, dan Arts University. Itu mereka dan Pasundan ya. Ini memberikan sumbangan buat operasional Pergubi dan alhamdulillah digunakan secara maksimal. Nah oleh karena itu Bapak dan Ibu yang saya hormati, silahkan seminar ini dinikmati dan MOU yang kita gelar silahkan manfaatkan, jangan disia-siakan. Karena insya Allah MSU adalah satu perguruan tinggi di ASEAN ini yang mempunyai ranking cukup baik ya, atau bergengsi lah. Tidak kalah dengan perguruan-perguruan negeri yang ada di kita ya, bahkan harus belajar dari mereka begitu. Terima kasih, itu saja dari saya. Sekali lagi Prof. Edi, atas nama Pergubi kami mengucapkan terima kasih atas penyelenggaraan ini. Mudah-mudahan kebaikan JGU dibalas dengan berhasilnya membangun 27 lantai yang segera akan dimulai. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Once again, please give a big applause to Professor Purwadi. Moving on to our next agenda, we would like once again, Prof, to invite you to the stage, yeah, together with the Professor Dr. EPT Edi Yusuf M.Farm, to join us at the front of the stage for the symbolic opening ceremony.
All right. So we will count down together. 3, 2, 1.
Thank you. Once again, please big applause. Now it is our great honor to invite Professor Dr. Edi Yusuf, M.Farm, as our keynote speaker, who will be presenting on the topic challenges and opportunities in global education and research collaboration. Please give a warm and round of applause to our keynote speaker today.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya izin sampaikan dalam bahasa Inggris ya, biar kelihatan seminar internasional. Ya, terima kasih. Distinguished guest, Professor Purwadi, the head of Pergubi, and also Prof. Popi, the secretary. The speakers, Prof. Indang Iriati from Management and Science University, Prof. Popi Rufaida from University Pajajaran. Then in online we have Mr. Michael from WXIT, Wuxi, WXIT China. And we have another one, Dr. Muhammad Abdul Razak from Gulf University. Colleges, professor, lecturer, and all seminar participants. First of all, on behalf of Jakarta Global University, I would like to extend our deepest thanks to the Prof. Purwadi, the head of Pergubi, and team for giving us the opportunity to organize this important seminar. Your trust and support have allowed us to create a platform for valuable discussion and knowledge exchange. We are truly grateful for your leadership and the chance to work alongside Pergubi in bringing this event to life. It is honored for me to be here at this important seminar on the Innovating Global Collaboration in Education and Research. Our topic is both timely and urgent. The challenges we face in education and research today are not confined by the national borders. They are global. So whether it is the rapid pace of technological change, the effect of climate change, or global health crisis, the problem we encounter demand a global solution. And for those solutions to emerge, collaboration is just not desirable, it is essential. Ladies and gentlemen, history has already shown that the big power of international collaboration, from the development of penicillin to the Human Genome Project, to the recent creation of COVID-19 vaccine, none of this breakthrough would have been possible without researchers and institutions from different parts of the world working together. However, in today's rapidly changing world, the landscape for collaboration has shifted dramatically. We now have unprecedented access to digital tools and platforms to enable us to share knowledge instantly. For example, today we look small number in this room. We have about 50 people, but actually in online we have about 800 participants. So we can give big applause to the committee. So today's seminar actually attended by about 800 participants online. So this is some of the effect of the what you call the technology in the international collaboration. But at the same time, we're facing a number of challenges that could limit the potential for truly inclusive and equitable global partnerships. So the question for us now is, how do we innovate to ensure that education and research collaboration is accessible, equitable, and effective? I think this is the things that we have to discuss today. So our homework now is how to make innovation to ensure that education and collaboration is accessible, equitable, and the third one is effective. So I would like to share, to discuss two things about this collaboration. The first one is about the challenges. The second one is about the opportunity. Do I have my slide, please? Okay. Let we start with the challenge. So I divide into four challenges. The first one is the digital divided. Okay, digital divided, kesenjangan teknologi, ya, kesenjangan teknologi, that technology has the power to bring people together, but it also has the power to widen the gap between those who have access and those who don't. Jadi kita ada kesenjangan teknologi, di mana teknologi actually ada dua sisi, ya. The first one bring us close together, but at the same time, because of the gap, then become widen the gap because of the kesenjangan teknologi tadi. So we have some institutions and countries have access to the cutting edge technologies. Others struggle with the basic connectivity and resources. So we cannot talk about the global collaboration without addressing this divide. Jadi kita tidak bisa bicarakan tentang global collaboration kalau gap between this technology is kita tidak dekatkan, okay? Then ensuring equitable access to digital tools and infrastructure is crucial if we want to global partnership to thrive. Okay, it's the first one. The second challenge is about the funding and resources. Okay, tentang pendanaan dan sumber daya. Yeah, the second one. Traditional funding models are often national in scope, prioritizing domestic research and education agendas. Jadi kebanyakan traditional model funding sekarang di berbagai negara, kebanyakan skopnya ada nasional. Skop nasional, kemudian prioritasnya adalah domestik, artinya lokal prioritas, and also ada agenda-agenda pendidikan. Ya. This make it difficult to truly global project to gain the support they need. Karena perbedaan tadi itu menyebabkan kendala dalam kerjasama kita. Jadi innovating in this space means developing the new funding mechanism. So I hope that in this seminar maybe we can discuss how actually to develop the what you call the innovation in got the funding and also to manage the resources. Yeah, whether through the international partnership, also the philanthropic effort, or public-private collaboration that encourage cross-border initiative and support under-resourced regions. Number three, the challenge number three is about the cultural and political barriers. I think we already agree about this, that education system and research priorities often vary across the countries. Jadi perbedaan politik dan juga culture antar negara itu akan membatasi kita dalam membuat kolaborasi. So these barriers need to be addressed at both institutional and governmental level. Jadi harus kita address baik di tingkat institusi maupun di tingkat pemerintahan, ya, to ensure that collaboration isn't hindered by bureaucratic and also the political constraint. So if we understand this, then we have to think, we have to choose the right partner for us. Then I think we have Prof. Poppy here. Prof. Poppy Rufaida maybe can bring all this issue about the political barrier and cultural to our government. The last one of the challenge, I would like to talk about the inclusion and equity. Ya. Inklusi dan juga kesetaraan. Ya. Historically, global collaboration in education and research has often been dominated by few well-resourced countries and institutions. Jadi sekarang ini kita selalu melihatnya satu yang negara yang sudah maju saja, ya, tidak melihat kepada sebetulnya keperluan negara-negara menengah atau yang miskin, gitu ya, sehingga isu yang diangkat is always issue in the developed countries. Ya. So this issue leaving many voices unheard, jadi tidak terdengar, particularly from the global south and marginalized communities. So if we are serious about innovating global collaboration, we need to prioritize equity, ensure that diverse voices are included in shaping and future research and education. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the challenge. So the last one is I talk about the opportunities and also the innovation. There are five items I would like to discuss. The first one is about the, because the technology is challenged, so leveraging technology is one of the innovation, one of the things that we have to highlight. Okay, one of the most promising ways to enhance collaboration is through technology. Yeah. Virtual platform like what we doing today can break down geographical barriers, allowing for real-time collaboration between educators, researchers from across the world. So initiative like MOOC, yeah, massive open online course, and online research repositories have democratized access to knowledge. But we need to go further, ensuring that these platforms are accessible to everyone, including those low resource setting. Again, we back to the first, what you call the challenge. The second one is the interdisciplinary and cross-cultural collaboration. So this is one of the things that we need to discuss also, how to bring this interdisciplinary in our collaboration, because many of the world's greatest challenges, such as climate change, public health crisis, and inequity, require interdisciplinary approach. We must encourage collaboration that go beyond traditional academic silos, bringing together researchers from different disciplines and cultural background and tackle complex and multifaceted problems. Number three, the opportunities and innovation is about the global research network. So this also issue that I think is good for us to discuss today, how to develop the global research network, at least among the participants in this seminar, and also broaden to other countries. Yeah. The next one is, the number 4 is about the rethinking funding models. So this is also have to discuss on the how we have to rethink on how we funding our collaboration. Yeah. There are few alternatives like what you call the philanthropic foundation, also the private partnership maybe can provide vital support for projects that may not fit with the traditional funding models. I have experience in my research, my research work when I got a lot of funding from one of the philanthropics in Japan. He is Professor Nagai, so he has, I think, about the 90 patents in medical, in pharmaceutical area, all from his research. So he has a lot of he has paid because of his patent by the industry, and he developed a foundation, the College Yayasan Nagai, where he can support about 500 PhD students per year, and also support a lot of research, and also like conference and etc. So I think we can actually explore this kind of possibility to get funding from the this kind of people, the philanthropics. Okay, and the last one is the policy innovation. I think this is also an issue that we need to address on the policy, how country policy, how to make the international collaboration become easier. Yeah, including like the simple things like visa, yeah, and also the barriers for the mobility students. So in JGU, actually, we try to send some of our students to a foreign university for them to get experience. So there are some policy in Indonesia that make us cannot send them because of the status of our campus, like we are the new university. While if you want to have the the double degree program, there is certain requirement must comply by that university. Yeah. So this is some sample of policy that we need to discuss on how to make the collaboration easier without leaving the standard. Okay, I think this is the second part. So as we reflect on these challenges and opportunities, it is important to remember that innovation doesn't just happen in theory, it happens through action. Each of us in this room, whether we are educators, researchers, policymakers, or students, has a role play in driving the change. To the educators, I encourage you to seek out opportunities for the cross-border teaching and learning. Use technology to connect your students with the world beyond the classroom. To researchers, I urge you to look beyond your discipline and seek out international partnerships that can enrich your work. To the policymaker, I challenge you to advocate for policies that break down barriers to collaboration and promote academic exchange. And the students who are the future of education and research, I encourage you to embrace the world diversity and engage with perspective from other culture and region. As I conclude, I want to leave you with this thought. The future of education and research will be defined by our ability to collaborate globally. The challenges we face are complex, but they are not something impossible. By fostering connection, breaking down the barriers, and prioritizing equity, we can create a world where knowledge is shared, solutions are found, and lives are transformed. This seminar is just beginning. Let us take the idea we discussed today and turn them into action that shape the future of global education and research. Together, we can innovate, collaborate, and create better future for all. Thank you so much and have a fruitful seminar.
Once again, give big round applause for our keynote speakers today, Professor Dr. Edi Yusuf. Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Edi Yusuf, for your generously sharing valuable knowledge to all of us. And also for your information, today the participant of our online Zoom is actually reaching 1,000 participants. So applause for all of us.
Now it is our pleasure to present a special performance by our students. Sophie, from the Digital Business Program, she will be performing Fly Me to the Moon song. Please enjoy the performance.
Makasih. Boleh. Izin ya, Pak. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hands. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You or I alone, for I are worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. The moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hands. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are I alone, for I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. In other words, I love you. Terima kasih.
Again, a really talented student for our students today, hari ini from Digital Business Program. Please join us.
Satu lagi.
Oh, one more song.
Dua.
Oh,
okay.
One more special
Siap.
request for our participant. One more song. Yes, please enjoy our students today.
Okay. promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? But watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Time stands still, beauty and no series. I will be brave. I will not let anything take away what's standing in front of me. Every breath, every heart has come to give. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believe I will find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. One step closer. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along now believe I will find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Thank
Please.
you.
Once again, give so much applause for Sophie. Sophie is actually our student from Digital Business Program, and she's really talented and also perform in so many events of our university internal events. So next time, maybe Sophie can go to another universities as well to perform, not to study here. Thank you so much, Sophie.
Thank you so much.
All right, now we will proceed to our next agenda, which is the seminar session featuring our esteemed speakers, of course. To guide us through this session, we have our moderator, Professor Dr. Anna Permanasari, MSE, but before we begin, let's take a moment to introduce Prof. Anna Provile.
Our team, please, the CVs. Prof. Anna's CVs. Yeah, this one is still Prof. Indang. The CVs, please. All right. Before we start our seminar, we would like to introduce our moderator first. Our moderator is Professor Dr. Anna Permanasari, MSE, from Chemistry and Pharmacy Program FMIFA, Science Education, School of Produce Studies, Universitas Pakuan. Right. Maybe we can go down, please. For educational background, Prof. Anna has done her degree, bachelor degree in chemistry education, University Pendidikan Indonesia, UPI, and containing her master degree and also her PhD on analytical chemistry in ITB ataupun ITB, Institut Teknologi Bandung, and also professor in chemistry education. For her research area, there's a low carbon education, collaboration with UNPAK, UPI, UNS, Kita Yuksu collaboration, and also STEM for ESD Society 5.0, UNPAK, UPI, Shizuoka University, and also study on potential of herbal plants. And for achievement, Prof. Anna is the president of East Asia Science Education is 2022 until 2024. And also chairman of Perkumpulan Pendidik IPA Indonesia atau PPII since 2013 until 2024 until today, and also the director of Lembaga Sertifikasi Profesi Tenaga Laboratorium Penguji LSP Telapi, and as well Distinguished Contribution Award, the Outstanding Achievement and Unwavering Commitment on Science Education is 2024. Also, both camp and training on dissertation supervision held by Coventry University AES 2024. So many amazing experience and achievement. So, without waiting for too long, we would like to invite Professor Anna Permanasari to the stage. Please give warm applause to our moderators. For the seminar, we would like to leave the event with Prof. Anna. Please, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Should I stand or can I sit? Okay. So it's more relaxed to me. Thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, saya bisa bertemu muka di sini. I'm very honored to be moderators here. Yeah, we have some very great presenters today. Yeah, and in my session we have 3 presenters. Firstly, I want to talk about the CV of the 3 presenters. We have Professor Dr. Indang Iriati. Ya, welcome Professor Indang. Kami sangat mengalu-alukan kehadiran Profesor di sini. Now, Professor Indang is the Vice President of Global Aware Management and Science University, Malaysia. Sekali lagi, nice to meet you, Professor. The second one is Professor Zhang Xiaoming. I hope you are already there in the Zoom, yeah? The Director of the International Exchange and Cooperation Office, Wuxi Institute of Technology. Welcome, Professor Zhang. We are waiting for hearing your experience on the global collaboration in your university. The third one is Professor Poppy Rufaida, MBA PhD. Selamat datang Ibu Poppy. Terima kasih sudah hadir di sini ya, menyengajakan hadir di sini di tengah kesibukan Ibu Poppy. Ibu Poppy now is a professor of Pajajaran University Bandung, and she's the former of entrusted by our government as an attaché for education and culture at the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia for United States, yeah, from 2018 to 2022, yeah, okay. Sekali lagi terima kasih. We are also waiting for your experience or some information relating to the opportunity to build the collaboration as well as in education and research, and how is your office plays role in bridging collaboration between university in Indonesia and abroad, especially in America. I think we wait for the experience of her. Yeah, okay. That are the three presenters of our session today. So I think we can come to the first presenter. Ladies and gentlemen, how to design the innovative global collaboration, what is the trick, how they implement the opportunity for the collaboration, and what effort are given by the government, as well as how to experience collaborating as best practices, will be elaborated by the three presenters. We have only limited time, Ibu dan Bapak. We have only 1.5 hours, yeah, to present. So I think 15 minutes for each presenter is enough. Is it okay, Ibu? Yeah, okay, yeah. And after that we have also the discussions, yeah. The discussion is Ibu Profesor Ujiana Sektaria Pasaribu, ya, selamat datang Ibu, ya. And then the next respondent is Profesor Dr. Jaja Suteja, Pak Jaja, which one? Yeah, nice to meet you again, ya, Pak Jaja. Yeah, okay, from Pasundan University, and Ibu Ujiana is from ITB, yeah. And now without further ado, I think we have as well 15 minutes for each respondent to respond the presentation, ya. Jadi for Ibu Ujiana 15 menit, 15 minutes, and for Pak Jaja as well 15 menit. Is it okay, ya? And after that we have a rest time, so we can make a kind of question and answers from audience, yeah. And then without further ado, let's start. The first presenter, please, Ibu Profesor Dr. Indang Iriati. Time is yours, 15 minutes, yeah, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allow me to speak in English as well as bahasa Malaysia dan bahasa Indonesia. InsyaAllah. Saya cuba. Campur-campur boleh ya. Pertama sekali, Madam Moderator, Professor Dr. Anna Permanasari, thank you for the introduction. And then kepada Professor Dr. Apotek Edi Yusof, the Rector of JGU, Jakarta Global University, as well as the keynote speaker. Professor Dr. Purwadi, the Chairman of Pergubi. Ya, terima kasih ya Pak atas kerjasamanya, as well as the Rector of ARS University. The speakers, Professor Dr. R. Poppy Yaniawati. And then we have
Poppy, you have two Poppy?
not yet, the other Poppy. Mr. Michael Zhang Jiaoming from WXIT, Wuxi Institute of Technology. Professor Poppy Rufaida. So now another Poppy, Professor Poppy Rufaida. Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Abdul Razak Al-Sheikhi, our friends from Gulf University in Bahrain, as well as the rest of the conference members, the members of Bergubi, and our team from Jakarta Global University. On behalf of the founder, Management and Science University, as well as Jakarta Global University, Professor Dr. Muhammad Shukri, berkirim salam kepada semua teman-teman di sini. InsyaAllah kalau ada kesempatan akan ketemu di waktu yang lain, insyaAllah. I've been given 15 minutes oleh Prof. Ena, but allow me, I'll try to cram everything in 15 minutes, insyaAllah. But the most important is that the point that we can learn together in terms of the sharing session, our little experiences in terms of the internationalization, as well as the experiences from the rest of the conference members that we can share together, and then at the end of the day, as Professor Eddie said, that we can come out with a new innovation, how we can collaborate in terms of for the internationalization in terms of education as well as research, inshallah. So, my topic today is on the internationalization of higher education. So let me start with giving the framework in terms of the presentation. I'll start with the framework first, and then the internationalization initiatives, new approaches in internationalization education as well as research, the new development, reconceptualization, as well as I would like to share a little experiences that MSU have in terms of the internationalization and the impact from the activities that we did in our university, inshallah. So let me start with the framework first. Next slide, please. Okay. As we know that internationalization of higher education is the accelerators of the economic development as well as industrial advancement. We cannot run from this. With the internationalization, we can help the country, we can help the, tadi saya baru belajar satu perkara ya, lingkungan itu community ya? Environment, okay. Community ya? Komunitas, okay, that we can develop through internationalization. Internationalization is a structured cooperation. It is not just like, for example, today we just sign and then we say bye-bye. It's just, the MOU is just on paper. Or we just say hi to our friends, exchange kartu, exchange card among each other and then say bye-bye. Okay, it is not just as well that we just visit the university and then that's it. We went, maybe we can go to, we can have a partner in UK, Australia, Japan, Netherlands or other country. But it's just one visit and there's no follow-up after that. So the international cooperation must be a structured cooperation among, if we are talking here in today's context is on the education as well as research. So it must be structured, there's a framework and then we go for it. The internationalization also working together, it is not only one side. Like for example, if any of the university is coming to our university in MSU, and then MSU coming here, then we agree of some certain collaboration, but only at once, the activity is only one side. There's no mutual activities among the university or institution. There's no meaning as well. And the internationalization as well is a sustainable development of the global society. So we must encompass everyone. It must have the ecosystem. We have to involve everyone in terms of the international collaboration. Yeah? And the internationalization as well can optimizing the moral system of the citizen. My experience when I completed my S3 di Scotland, for example, the reflection that I did for myself, I've learned a lot of things when I went there and studied and completed my study there. There's a lot of other experiences. It is an eye-opener for me my thinking is different, the way I approach also different, and my paradigm also different. I can feel it. So the internationalization is help in optimizing the moral system or moral education of our society as well. And internationalization via research network will produce a comprehensive output. For example, in MSU, we have a collaboration with UNER. We have currently ongoing, there are 10 research collaboration with UNER, and the output from this 10 collaboration is that we're producing about 30 papers for the joint collaboration between MSU and UNER. We have 10 joint matching grant between MSU and UNER, and at the same time, we also produce the co-supervision of the S3 and S2 students. So it is a very comprehensive output from the internationalization. Next slide, please. A little bit about the internationalization initiative. Definitely, we will increase the graduate employment rate if we can implement this in our university. Number two, we can extend the partnerships, alumni impact, as well as research outcome. Because with the internationalization, it is not only benefited to the docent or to the lecturers or to the researcher, but it is also, and as well as the current student, but it is also benefited to the alumni. If you can see the one that Professor Eddie showed, there are 3 alumni of JGU that currently hold a very good position in the PT in Indonesia. So we also can collaborate with them, and if their industry have the international collaboration, we also can be participant and be part of the international collaborator. Internationalization also contribute to greater funding. Prof. Eddie has mentioned that this is one of the challenges, the funding, the innovation in terms of funding for internationalization, but this also can create a funding for our university. For example, if a matching grant, our university maybe can give maybe 70 biliar, 70 juta. And the other university also can give the 70 miliar, the same amount. And that project can be, dana pembiayaannya menjadi 140 juta miliar. So it can be a very big project if we can have a collaboration together with our international partner university. And then we can investing in the areas that help deliver towards a more sustainable education. I'll share with you the current innovation or approach in terms of internationalization, including the for the sustainable education. Sustainability should be the focus when we do the internationalization, and AI is a recruitment tools. We have talked in the keynote speaker, we have talked about the technology. Technology is helping us a lot, particularly after pandemic. There's a lot of, I think now people nowadays can accept the virtual collaboration, if I may say. So the staff exchange we can do virtually, as what we did with many our partners, university, the professor giving a lecture to our students through virtual, and our professor also giving a lecture through virtual. So this can help us as a tools for internationalization initiative. And then working with other institutions, businesses or charities on sustainability projects, initiative or research. As a university, it is not only limited between university to university, but it is also a collaboration, international collaboration with industry dan juga dengan NGOs dan juga dengan association dan juga dengan partner-partner yang lain. So it is not limited only for the university, but we can extend to other type of entities as well. Next, please. Next slide. Boleh enggak jalan ya, stop aja. Okay. A little bit about the study that we did on the new approaches to the internationalization of higher education. Number 1, internationalization can be at home. Not necessarily we have to go to UK, Australia, Germany, France or any other country. It can start at home. How we can do that is we can engage the world to our classroom. Seperti yang saya katakan tadi, mungkin ada profesor daripada MSU can teach virtually at your university, and your professor can teach our students in MSU through virtual as well. So it should not only limited that the professor has to travel here and there, but it can start at home, at our own university. Okay? And then we can bring the international and intercultural dimension into university curriculum. One is bring the world into the classroom. Number two is to internationalize our curriculum. How we can see how other universities are doing it, and then we replicate that, the global approach, and then it can be a part of the internationalization of curriculum. Number three, relationship building among globally diverse students in a borderless university through intercultural learning. It is not only a professor, it is not only a docent, it is not only lecturers that can be exchanged, but the student as well. I've discussed yesterday, we have a visitor from Universitas Islam Malang that came to our campus. So one of the agreement that we have with them is that because the one that came yesterday is from medical faculty, we have a problem-based learning lesson or session for our students. So what we will do after this is that during the PBL, the discussion about the case is among our students as well as their student through virtual. So the student can exchange the idea, the student can exchange the experiences that they have in handling the medical cases, if I may cite an example of the medical. So that's the things that we can do by doing internationalization at home, and transnational education is sharing the curriculum among university. Maybe from Indonesia with Malaysia, Indonesia with Kazakhstan, Indonesia with Uzbekistan, or any other part of the world. So we can share our curriculum together, develop our curriculum together, so our students will be exposed to the international experiences. And last but not least is the mental health support for international students also is part of the internationalization at home. In MSU, for example, we have students from 70 countries all over the world, as far as US and France recently. So they came with a different background, they came with a different culture, so how we manage them or how we handle them is one of the internationalization at home initiative that we did. Number two, virtual exchange and collaboration, particularly after the COVID. Everybody can accept that the exchange, the internationalization can be done through virtually. And international virtual academic collaboration through transnational curriculum virtually also can be part of the virtual exchange and collaboration, and it also can be considered as the internationalization. I'm not talking on limited only to the academic, but as well as research. We still can do research through virtual. For example, we can collect our data from Malaysia, for example, and you can collect your data at your university, and then we do a comparative study. So it is part of the internationalization. The third theme is on the teaching international student cohorts. Is the most important if we have international students or we have an international partner, regardless if they are not in our campus, is that the intercultural learning is the fundamental. The understanding of their culture, the understanding of our culture is very, very important. So in our university, intercultural learning is one of the focus, is one of the subject that we taught to our students, as well as training that we give to our lecturers. Next, please. New developments in internationalization of higher education currently. The location or dimension of mobilities is, for example, home, abroad, local, global, inbound, outbound, and physical or virtual. We can choose either one, whichever that we can do. It depends on our context. It depends on our kebolehan, ya. Yang kita kemampuan kita, which one? We can choose either one. Number two, internationalization of higher education is drawing growing attention from the broader community. This is very important. So community, international community know us. International community would like to collaborate with us. International community would like to participate in our activities, regardless it is academic or research activities. Ya, Ibu sudah remind saya. Next one is education. Education trends. Education is education and migration. Some of our students, for example, they go to German to study, and after they completed, then they work in German. Or some of our students, they go to Australia, completed their study, and then they work in Australia, and then later they come back to our country and bring what the experience that they have to our country, which also can help in developing the country. Okay? And the mobilities of knowledge and ideas without physical movement, as I've mentioned, the virtual, it can be accepted now. And the advancement of digital technologies and digitalization of education, also part of the new development in internationalization. Next slide, please. Okay, so to summarize of this, kerana Ibu sudah kata 2 minit aja dah. Okay, to summarize of this is that it is not limited to the physical travel, number 1. Number 2, every student have opportunity. Before this, only the elite student, the student with orang tuanya yang mampu hantar. Sekarang tidak lagi, kerana kalau ke Malaysia kalau dari Medan itu only 45 minutes ya. So 200-300 sudah boleh ke Malaysia. So we are not looking only to the Western country, but the global South country nowadays is a trend. Yeah, okay. And then emerging challenges that we have to handle. The humanization of international education means that the value as well we need to put in our internationalization activities. It is not only limited to the technical experiences, but also the humanization. And the fostering effective collaboration will embed the inclusive teaching and learning practices. Yep. Next one, please. Okay, I would like to go to the next slide, please. Nanti saya share slide-nya. Okay, a little bit about the experiences in our university. We currently have 350 partners all over the world currently that MSU have. And as I've mentioned, we have 70 nationalities of students. Our target is to have 100 nationalities in our campus, inshallah in 3 years' time, but currently we have 70. We do internationalization through student mobility, virtually or physical. We do internationalization through expert sharing. We have a global classroom in MSU, which also I would like to invite the lecturers or the professors, members of Pergubi, to teach our students, and our professor can teach your students as well. Internationalization through international research network, research collaboration, matching grant, joint publication, and innovation of commercialization, and internationalization of MSU curriculum. We have revamped our curriculum. Now our curriculum is we would say that with the input from our partners, then we have the internationalization of MSU curriculum. We would like to say thank you to Professor Eddie. Professor Eddie, before is at my position, was President of International Affairs. He has brought many partner university to MSU when he visits us in Malaysia. And now, inshallah, he's here. So a lot of other collaboration that we can develop as well. Next. Last slide, Ibu. Saya kira cultural competency among students is very important, because we have a student as far as Botswana, Kenya, Ghana, Zambia. So it's a very different culture that they have. So the understanding of different culture is one of the main components in our university. Comprehensive international student support system, the mobility scholarship for inbound and outbound. We do give the mobility scholarship, enhancing international collaboration through SDG program. So it is not only limited to academic research, but also we do through SDG. Next. And MSU, as the first Malaysian university opening offshore campus in India, we have a medical faculty in India, and it's already 20 years. MSU we have HQ in Malaysia, but we also have offshore campus. One of it is Jakarta Global University, MSU Colombo, MSU China, MSU Sharjah, MSU Hyderabad, as well as MSU Saudi, inshallah. We do also internationalization through benchmarking exercise. We just opened our 2 schools, new schools, which is School of Dentistry and School of Veterinary Medicine. So we went to Australia to do a benchmarking, and we do international collaboration through this kind of activities. Internationalization through alumni engagement. As I've mentioned, we have students currently from the 70 universities. So when our team go to that particular country, so we always meet the alumni, our alumni there, and we start to collaborate with different kind of activities with them. And last but not least, the impact of internationalization to our university. Currently, MSU is at the top 560 for QS World University ranking. This about to announce Asia University ranking, top 100. We just has been yesterday included in Times Higher Education ranking, World University ranking. Next slide, please. And these are some of the award. I'm not here to blabbering about our university, but I just would like to point out that these are the impact of the internationalization activities that we did all this while. So it helped our university in terms of rating and ranking. It helps our university in terms of getting a good partner, and it helps our university to do the internationalization collaboration with various 350 partners that we have currently. Yep. Okay, I think that's all. The last slide. And if I may share a bit clip video about our university so that you can see the impact of internationalization as well. That maybe a little experience that we have can be learned from all of you. So a bit of experience that we have and the impact of the internationalization. Please.
The 21st century has witnessed unprecedented developments affecting humanity with significant transformation on education, health, and technology. Agility and adaptability are key ingredients as we navigate through the challenges ahead. Built on 4 decades of excellence, the Management and Science University positioned itself as a global university, making the continuous pursuit of excellence pivotal to its development. The components of industry and entrepreneurship are prevalent in the university's ecosystem and embedded across the university's wide-ranging programs. These programs offer connected pathways to students, enhancing their opportunities for employability and professional success. Making inroads on its global presence are its strategically located international campuses, partner institutions and affiliated centers across Asia, the Middle East and Europe. Domestically, MSU colleges located in 10 cities across Malaysia provide easy access to its brand of learning experiences. Staying focused to its transformative educational experiences are close to 200 programs of studies delivered through its faculties, schools and centers of learning. Leadership dictates the path an institution will take, and innovative leadership sets new standards in learning, making MSU as a preferred 21st century university. Ensuring the dynamics of its research ecosystem are the seed funding and matching grants provided by the university, its industry partners and government agencies. With 25 key research areas undertaken across faculties, schools and postgraduate centers, MSU's local and global collaborative works have enriched others in multiple ways. Research activities are centralized under the University's Centers of Excellence, which is a platform for research and entrepreneurial efforts. The inclusivity of its research ecosystem promotes applied, collaborative and multidisciplinary researchers, engaging the communities and industries. International students from over 50 countries are a further enrichment to its culturally diverse campus environment. The campus life is vibrant and inclusive, with compelling learning experiences that offer students international mobility, community engagement, employability, and personal enrichment skills. Multiple modes of learning are offered to all segments of the community. These are characterized by lifelong learning that includes work-based learning, continual training, and professional development. A 360 partnership with over 2,000 industries via the University Industry Advisory Panel and the TVET Incorporated Curriculum ensure MSU stays relevant with current challenges. These provide a rich industrial experience and the necessary professional skills among the university's highly employable and future-ready graduates. An integrated entrepreneurship ecosystem through LEAD, prevalent across curriculum, provides a strong support to budding entrepreneurs. Its stature as the best entrepreneurial private university in Malaysia has brought in global recognitions by being the first entrepreneurial university in Asia. As a global TVET model university, MSU is passionate about teaching quality and motivation for learning, employability, research, internationalization, learning environment, and cultural and social enhancement. This top 10 university in Malaysia is a 5-star QS rated for overall, teaching, employability, social responsibility, inclusiveness, academic development, hospitality and leisure management, internationalization and online learning. Positioned at the top 2% of Asia-based universities, MSU is also among the world's top 100 universities under 50 years old in the QS Global Ranking and Rating System. Additionally, MSU also positions tops at the QS World University Subject Ranking. As a Times Higher Education Impact Ranked University, MSU meets the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals on the environment and community-related initiatives. Efforts towards sustainability go beyond classroom learning, as the university is also committed towards promoting cultural, heritage, and values appreciation. All these university features make MSU as one of the top choices for local and international sponsoring bodies. Premium industry partners engage MSU's graduates, a testimony of its over 95% employability achievement among its graduates. A component of 21st century education is students' holistic development. To ensure students have a balanced academic and transferable skills, graduate employability skills and personal enrichment competency are introduced to monitor students' involvement in co-curricular activities. A conducive platform is offered to assist students in their transformation process. This involves the knowledge transfer program and the community engagement initiatives. Making learning relevant, fun and exciting are the technology components embedded into the learning platforms. Complementing its teaching and learning ecosystem and a vibrant campus environment are the MSU Medical Center, the residence and on-campus student housing and food outlets catering to students' lifestyle. In its 40-year journey, MSU has helped shape the transformative journey of others, committed towards providing education inclusivity to all. Central to this is the MSU Foundation, or Yayasan MSU, that provides financial support for education, research, and community upliftment. Enhance your skills and reinvent yourself and be better prepared for the challenges of 21st century. Experience programs that expose you to global mobilities, competition, sustainability initiatives, and a host of other community engagement efforts. Transform your lives and enrich your future at the Management and Science University.
A wrap up of our internationalization, but I would like to say, thank you to Professor Eddie because it's part of his effort when he is with us before. Inshallah. Thank you very much, everyone. Inshallah. Thank you.
Very valuable information from you, and your university is very great. Yeah. Thank you very much again. Give applause for Professor Indah. Okay. Should we stop? Because we heard the asar. Is it okay? Stop. Professor Indah, can you have a seat here? I'm very lonely here. Please. Ready? Okay, we can start again. Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the second presentation. Yeah, Professor Zhang Xiaoming from Wuxi Institute of Technology. Professor Zhang, are you ready? Yeah, here is the CV, the short CV, I see. Yeah, okay, thank you very much, Professor Zhang. Nice to meet you. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So this is your time to present your ideas about the global collaboration. Your time is about 15 minutes. So without further ado, yeah, please your times.
So thank you very much, Dr. Anna, for your introduction. So can you hear me?
Yes, of course, clearly.
So excuse me, can you hear me?
Yeah. We have clearly your
Well, good afternoon, President Professor Eddie Yusuf, Professor Dr. Zhang and Professor Poppy, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm Michael from Wuxi Institute of Technology. I'm very honored and happy to be invited to share the internationalization of Wuxi Institute of Technology in this seminar. And because I'm still in China, so I can only share it online. But 10 days later, the Vice President of Wuxi Institute of Technology and I will go to Jakarta. We'll go to Jakarta Global University to join the celebration of the 52-year anniversary. Okay, and at that time we can, talk face to face. I think it's a very good chance to deepen our relationship. Well, I prepared some slides, so let me share the slides.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
音箱是自动，已经出了，已经出了。OK， 我们先这样。
So today the title, the title is Exploration and Practice of the Internationalization of High Vocational Education in China. Well, Professor Eddie told me that share what we have done in the education internationalization in the past years. So I think this is a very good chance to introduce Wuxi and Wuxi Institute of Technology. So I'll just spare some time to briefly introduce the Wuxi city. And okay, well, Wuxi is located. This is the map of China, and Wuxi belongs to Jiangsu province, just located here. And this is the map of Jiangsu province. Now Wuxi is located in the south of Jiangsu province. It's very near to Shanghai and very near to the capital of Jiangsu province, Nanjing. So, and the transportation of Wuxi is very convenient, and there is an international airport in Wuxi and high-speed train, and there are 4 high-speed train railway stations in Wuxi. Okay, and the economy of Wuxi, and in 2023, the GDP of Wuxi is $219 billion US. And it's 29,000 US dollars per person. And in 2024, in the year 2024, there were a total of 7,200 foreign funded enterprises in Wuxi, and among which there were 108 Fortune 500 multinational companies have invested and set up 218 enterprises in Wuxi. Wuxi is very rich in tourism resources, and is one of the most livable cities in mainland China. Okay, this is the Asian Canal, which just runs through the downtown of Wuxi city. And Professor Eddie also enjoyed the beautiful sceneries last time, yeah? And this is Taihu Lake, which is very near to our main campus. And Wuxi enjoys a high reputation for the Cherry Blossoms Festival and Wuxi International Marathon competition. And in each year, Wuxi municipal government will hold, some ceremonies to, based on Cherry Blossom Festival. Well, the introduction to WXIT. Well, WXIT founded in 1959. It is an independent and full-time public high vocational college, and it was authorized by the Ministry of Education of China, and now it is managed by the Jiangsu Education Department. Well, each year, China Science Evaluation Research Center releases China High Vocational College Competitiveness Ranking. And in 2024, WXIT ranks #1 in China. Well, in the year 2024, there are more than 1,500 high vocational colleges in China. And currently, there are 14 academic schools, and of which 10 schools are specialized in different majors. And there are more than 14,000 full-time students and a faculty of more than 1,000, including 70 professors, 380 associate professors, and 190 young teachers with doctor's degree. Well, the academic schools will mainly covering mechanical technology, automatic control technology, IoT, automobile and transportation, management, finance and economics, tourism, art, and international education. And we have a joint school, jointly built with the Technological University of Shannon. Well, the name is School of Island. Well, to give you a vivid, impression of our campus, I selected several pictures of the campus of WXIT. Well, as you can see, these are the libraries and information center, stadium, and teaching areas, as well as some training centers. Okay, and the classrooms, well as some training centers. Okay, part 2, internationalization of WXIT. The WXIT has established friendly cooperative relations with more than 100 colleges and universities in more than 50 countries. And in the past decade, we have launched 8 Chinese foreign dual degree programs and 1 joint school, respectively, with the United States, Denmark, Australia, Japan, and Ireland. And in the past decade, we recruited more than 2,800 international students. And WXIT has set up 4 overseas branch schools and 2 overseas Chinese language centers, and providing overseas technical skills and Chinese language training to more than 2,000 people per year. Well, this is the list of our dual degree programs. Well, as you can see, Pitt Community College and Kolding Business Institute, Denmark, and Tate Technical Institute, Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Yeah. And, Kyoto Computer Science Institute, Japan, and St. Philip's College, Alamo, USA, and Fox Valley Technical College, USA. And, focus on different majors. Well, in the past decade, for each major, we carried through the mode of 3+0 or 2+1, which means 3+0 means the 3-year study in WXIT. And these colleges and universities will send their teachers to WXIT to teach our joint students. Well, in the past decade, each major has trained a certain number of students. And in 2018, WSIT set up a joint school, Island School with Technological University of Shannon. And well, in last year, the president of Technological University of Shannon also came to WSIT to meet with our students and teachers. And now the Island School has 5 majors. The 5 majors are digital design and manufacturing technology, and mechatronics technology, applied electronic technology, art design, and financial management. Well, for each year, Technological University of Shannon sent lecturers to WSIT to have classes and do academic research with the teachers in WSIT. Well, besides carrying out the joint programs or joint schools, WSIT also enrolled international students. And we began to recruit international students from 2014, which is 10 years ago. And from 2014 to 2024, and we have recruited more than 2,800 international students. Well, as you can see from 2019, due to the influence of the academic and the number of the international students reduced sharply. But from 2024, as you can see, the number began to rise again. And WSIT provides various study programs for international students. We have short-term training program. For example, the summer camp, 1 month or even shorter, 2 weeks. And we have overseas Chinese funded training program, which means that, these students can get the funds from the Chinese enterprises, overseas Chinese enterprises. And when they graduate successfully, they can find a good job in these overseas Chinese companies. And we have transnational joint training program, which means that, for example, a 4-year student, the first year and the last year in Malaysia or in Indonesia, and second year, third year in China, in WSIT, and can get dual degree after completing all the courses of both their own university and WSIT. Well, WSIT also carried out the African government training program and 3-year academic study, and including mentoring training. And in the summer vacation, we also sent 4 teachers to JGU for mentoring teaching. Okay, these universities are our partners. We're doing, transnational program and the joint teaching program. And well, when the students stay in China, stay in WSIT, and we provide a lot of opportunities for them to join the international competition. Well, these are the international students who have won the first prize in international competitions, including 3D printing, robots, digital design, etc. And when they stay in WSIT, well, besides the learning of the major courses, we also provide a lot of activities, especially for example, traditional Chinese calligraphy, or traditional Chinese Kung Fu or Tai Chi, or traditional Chinese painting, and doing a lot of artwork related to some traditional Chinese themes. And in 2017, authorized by Southeast Asian Ministers of Education Organization, Southeast Asian Vocational Education and Training Center set China ASEAN Teacher Training and Development Center in WSIT. And since then, WXIT has trained more than 300 ASEAN teachers based on this center. Well, this photo, this is the ambassador of Indonesia. Yeah, and this is the mayor of Wuxi. They, also joined the luncheon ceremony of this center. Well, WXIT has set up 4 overseas branches and 1 overseas skills training center, and including WXIT Telung School, Indonesia, WXIT Taksin School in Thailand, and Royal Electromechanical School in Thailand, and Zhenghe School, Indonesia. Well, this Zhenghe School is jointly built by Jakarta Global University and Wuxi Institute of Technology and Gambastar Nickel Company in Sulawesi, Indonesia, and WXIT Intelligent Manufacturing Center in South Africa. And based on these centers and branches, we do a lot of international training, and including training the staff members of the overseas companies. Well, besides, we also set up 2 Chinese language centers in Malaysia and in Indonesia. So this is the Chinese language center, jointly built by Management and Science University and WXIT. Well, and this center, language center, is jointly built by WXIT and Trisakti Education Foundation. Well, in the past decades, WXIT also won, all the prizes issued by Chinese government, including the national government and the provincial government. For example, because we did, very well in training international students, and the Education Ministry of China issued this certificate for us, which means, the standard of training international students well ranks top 10 in China. And besides, we cooperate with the universities and enterprises in different countries, especially in Southeast Asian countries. Well, the local media also reported a lot about the cooperation between WXIT and our cooperative partners. Well, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, Professor Zhang, thank you very much for your presentation. Give applause for him. Okay, by the presentation, I think there is no doubt that WXEIT as a #1 university has so many experiences in organizing international collaboration programs, yeah? So which we may be able to participate in from now on. Yeah, thank you very much again, Professor Zhang. Big applause for Professor again. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, Ibu dan Bapak, now let's move to the third presenter, Professor Poppy Rufaida. Yeah, we hope that we can learn some experiences from you, Professor Poppy, as former atheist, yeah, from Washington DC. Yeah. Thank you very much. Sit. Please have a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, participant in this room, I think we kindly invite to have a snack and coffee at the left back, please, while hearing Professor Poppy. Yeah.
Okay.
Please, at the back, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah. So it is very honor for me to be invited by the rector of Jakarta Global University and also the Association of the Professor of West Java of Indonesia, of the Republic of Indonesia. And also it is also very honor to be introduced as the former education and cultural attaché in Indonesian Embassy in Washington DC. So I had the experiences for the last 4 years when I served as the Minister of Education of the Republic Indonesia to represent Mr. Nadiem Makarim to engage in increasing the collaboration between Indonesia and the US, particularly in enhancing the higher education between Indonesia and the US. And also I would like to welcome Professor in Wuxi City in Institute Technology, and also thank you for your introduction, Professor Indang. So I would like to share the experience about how we could innovate the global collaboration and on education and research, particularly on exploring unique program and also how we could use the indicator to measure the performance of the collaboration and also several challenges. So I would like to highlight about the globe, what happened about the collaboration. So it is not easy to establish the collaboration since every country has differences and similarities in aims and also in several characteristics that we need to harmonize in order the collaboration could take place. So based on the data from Statista, the total number of students and number of online university education user in 2023 per country, we can see that are dominated by the US, the China, the India, UK, and also Canada. So this is the biggest country where they rely on online education. Why I highlighted about the online education? This is the most cheapest way how we could collaborate and we could innovate our curriculum, our engagement with overseas countries, particularly with overseas universities. So based on the data we can see here, China has the absolute number of university students engaged through online system, and it shows also the US has the highest share of online student in its total university student population. So online, after the pandemic happened, online system should be executed by among all universities because this is the most affordable way to enhance the education, particularly how we could equip our lecturer and also the system to engage in this online platform. So about 22% the student in the US state study online, compared to just 3% in China and 8% in India, while the total number of online students in the US and Canada lag far behind China and India. So their relative share of the total student population in those countries are similar to the US. So at least 21% and 18% respectively. So this is, I provided the 5 largest countries in the world who have shown their quality of their higher education. So most of the world-class university ranking are based in the US, and secondly in the UK, and then in China and India and in Canada. While world-class university top 100 trend come in mostly come from Singapore and several from Malaysia. The top largest world-class university from Indonesia now are owned by Untas Indonesia. The rank is now 296. So it is still very difficult to compete with most the higher education in the world. So I provided this number to see that how we could engage the collaboration with among those universities from these countries. So we are really lucky. We have the MSU from Malaysia and also from Wuxi Institute of Technology are presented in this event. I also would highlight the data about is it very important the university to provide the channel in using the online platform for our students. Since after the pandemic, number of youths or young generation, they really love using online platform. And then maybe there are the decreased preference among young students to rely on in-person engagement. So now most university will put a higher credit if the university could provide the offline session. While in the industry, the growing number of industry will use the online platform for engagement, particularly the industry. Now the number of the company mostly open the branch worldwide, and then their employees, they stay not in their country but in different countries, such as Bali now is one of the most favored city in the world, favored by many foreign employees who work in foreign companies. So this is the sector where employees are seeking to upskill online using online in the US, China, and the UK. Education and health services, we can see the number is quite high. Information and telecommunication services, financial activities, of course. Most of us now are very, Oh, the second slide. Excuse me, the second slides. Oh yeah, okay. So the second slide. So this is the slide showing us about the importance of the online platform, where the online platform are mostly preferred by the industry. So in education and health services, information and telecommunication services, also financial activities. As we know that most of us now, we only use online platform like e-money, and it is very rare now to find someone bringing physical money in our pocket. It's very rare up to now. Even when we go to traditional market, most of the trader or merchant, they will use online platform for paying their bill and etc. So trade, transportation, utilities, construction, professional, scientific and technical services, leisure and hospitality, manufacturing, professional and business services. So those are the largest industry who rely on online platform to increase their skill. And it is also would be a kind of opportunity for university for providing any program like certification program to be offered to the market, particularly to all the staff who work in this kind of industry. So the US and the UK nearly the same because they come from the Anglo-Saxon country like the Australia, US and UK. And also we can see China also, there are increased number of the industry rely on online platform to upskill their capacity. So this is also the data we should look at. The millennial are the leading e-learner, followed by the generation Z. This is the share of education and learning services online user among the generation. Please go to the next slide. Yeah. So this is the share of online education and learning services user by generation in 2023. We can see this chart showing the classification of Generation Z, Millennial, Generation X, and Baby Boomers. How they use the online platform for increasing their capability and knowledge and etc. So we can see here in India, we have known that India is one of the most progressive country in the world using technology in education. And also we have found out that most of the entrepreneurs who are offering the apps in education come from India. And also we can see here in the US, of course, and similarly in China and the UK. So based on this start, we can see that the Generation X and then leading to the millennial become the largest segment we can accommodate to offer any kind of program for upskilling their capacity. So based on those strategic situation analysis, so based on the research by McKinsey and Company, global collaboration in education as the tagline for this discussion. Would you go to the next slide, please? Yeah. So this is chart presented by McKinsey Company. The global collaboration in education and research in fostering the innovation would rely heavily on technology and certain innovation using several apps. So we have to have the infrastructure of core to innovate our higher education. Particularly, of course, we will rely on to the curriculum and also to our human resources such as lecturer and also our staff. And also they rely on to university funding. Not all university who own large funding could collaborate because we have also to increase the favorability of our partner. For example, many large university in Indonesia would not favor to build the collaboration in Africa with African university, for example. Most of the university in Indonesia would love to engage in collaborative research or education with university from the US. This is only the example where I had the experience how to increase the collaboration. So based on these starts, there are eight ways for higher education how to engage or how to develop the innovative way in building the collaboration. Firstly is using virtual collaboration, and then the secondly connectivity and community building, and then using AR or VR, and machine learning, and then the fourth is AI adaptive course delivery, student progress monitoring, classroom interaction, and classroom exercise. So I will highlight it and elaborate each way based on my experience. When I travel throughout the US, from California to New York, from Michigan to Florida, all many states that I visited to build the collaboration for university in Indonesia and in the US. So this is also, I would like to highlight, very important for the university who want to have the collaboration using technology and innovation. We have to have a very good infrastructure. Infrastructure in terms of connectivity and group work, classroom interaction, and also classroom exercise. So this is, okay, next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah. Okay. This is the innovative program for collaboration. Based on my experiences, there are four very simple and less expensive program that could be accommodated and replicated by university. So these several program leveraging digital technologies that can be immediately implemented to foster educational and research collaboration among universities worldwide. So I have established joint virtual lecture series, and then it could establish to more than 100 higher education from the US, from Harvard, MIT, until to less well-known university, because this university has very specific program. So this live virtual lecture on cutting-edge topic delivered by faculty from both Indonesia and Asian university could be established. And the second is joint virtual case study discussion. For example, UNPAD and Universitas Pajajaran currently has the MOU with one of the university from Vietnam, and then it is attached to one course, and then the student from Vietnam and from UNPAD coming together in the class to establish the assignment all together. So the lecturer assigned the assignment to be discussed by the lecturer and the student after the completion of the program, and then they presented the collaborative project. One group discussion would consist of 2 students from Indonesia and then 2 students from Vietnam. So this is very simple exercise about innovative program for collaboration. The third is live streaming of laboratory demonstration. If you know about TikTok live streaming, Shopee live streaming, that is the most favored way now for any consumer in Indonesia to purchase the product online. Currently also could be used by educator when they do something in the lab for streaming their activities in the lab. So this is also the practical way to engage with partner universities. So both university could show streaming their activity in the lab, and then the student can see what kind of activities performed by both educator. And then the last is virtual academic conferences and research symposium. So this is has been done by IFIS. IFIS, the American Indonesian researcher in the US. So annually we host the virtual academic conference both with Michigan State University, and then they are moving to several university in Indonesia. For example, they have done with Untas Pajajaran, and then they will move to different university. So this is very powerful way, and then they could invite more than 200 professors and researchers from the US to engage with the professor from Indonesia. So there are 4 innovative programs for collaboration. This is very simple. Do not start from very expensive thing. How we innovate our program for collaboration. So we may start from the cheapest way, very less expensive way, very easy way. At least we have to find the lecturer who have the passion to build the collaboration with our partner university. For example, maybe with professor from Wuxi University, we have a joint virtual lecture series every week or maybe every month or maybe every semester. But we have to do consistently and regularly. That is most important part. So I would like to highlight also, this is the several challenges. Could you go next to next slide, please? Yeah. Technological disparities across region would happen and it would distract the situation. For example, about the internet connection, it would jeopardize the program because we have to try several times, and then we have to test the internet provider. So during my duty as the education attaché, I have already hosted more than 100 seminar serial with more than 100 university in the US. And then before we start, we have to test several internet provider, both in the US, both in Indonesia, to maintain the quality of the connection. Why? Because the viewer come from many countries. So we have to have a good performance in this connectivity. Cultural and language barrier also in communication would also become the disadvantage factor if the student could not understand the English. So we have to have the ability to provide like the apps for translation and also request the lecturer to provide the text so the student could engage if they don't have the ability to understand the communication. For example, the English dialect between Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore is totally different. And then we have to have the ability to understand fully what the lecturer deliver about the content. Time zone coordination for live event. It is very fortunate during my program in Washington DC, time differences is 12 hour. So while in Washington DC 7 p.m., so in Indonesia is 7 a.m. In the morning. So it is not a big problem at that time. So most the professor would join with my program at that time because time differences is okay. But if we do the double the program with Switzerland, the time differences is quite long. For example, 7 a.m. in Indonesia would be 2 a.m. in Switzerland. So of course, none of the professor from those countries who are having the time differences would join in this program. Yeah. And then the institutional resistance for adopting new technologies also, this is quite the burden for us. So we have to have simple program, the most favored program like Zoom Meet or Zoom or Google Meet and etc. Yeah, there is many apps that are very simple and then very popular. Funding limitation for program implementation, this also could become one of the problem. So the solution is innovating education with 8 key learning technologies. As I mentioned, so universities now, I found that many universities in Indonesia and also in the US, I see also in many ASEAN countries have adopted incremental learning technologies to enhance education post-pandemic. These technologies aim to improve student engagement, collaboration and learning outcome, particularly enhancing engagement and potential global collaboration. So I will highlight 8 key learning technologies that's very simple, and then we could provide as a higher education policy that is a must for all the lecturer to use this kind of apps. So firstly is group work. This is one of the simple way how we use group work virtual collaboration. So I visited MIT, Sloan School of Management with Minister of Education, Mr. Nadim at that time. We visited Harvard University, MIT, Northeastern University to compare what apps that are used by university in the school and attached to one curriculum and attached to one of the course. And then we see that it is very simple. So we don't think that MIT is top university would use very top program. Very simple way, MIT uses Slack and Zoom for collaborative project in MBA courses in their program. But the commitment from partner university, it a must. When to open the Zoom, and then the students should be available at that time, on time. That is the number one. The number one supporter should be the lecturer. Of course, the lecturer is the one of the biggest supporter for this project. Because example is the entrepreneurial strategy involve a global virtual teams come from many countries. So many university, like top 20 university, they will have the program what we call as the study abroad program. They will do one semester outside in Africa, mostly in African countries. They prefer to do in African countries and then less in many Asian countries, because the problem is quite obvious in many African countries. So this is one of the program, Professor Eddie as director of Jakarta Global University. We do not use very sophisticated way, but most importantly, this joint virtual program should be agreed by both parties. For example, Professor Indarn from MSU would agree with one of the courses here, and then would do all together, to do the assignment all together, and then spread all the students in different assignment, and then they will present the assignment in both way that they are agreed. Yeah. Maybe the student from Indonesia would offering to do small medium enterprise project Indonesia, and then the student in your side would do the project in Malaysian side. So this is the Slack apps, and then connectivity and community building. This is tool like forum and online platform, enable interaction between student and instructor, For example, Stanford uses Piazza and Edmodo to foster community. So to introduce the course of the computer science using a discussion forum. So it would also attract many students from different partners if we could engage in this kind of platform. Yeah. And then 3 program, this is also very popular currently using augmented reality and virtual reality. So if you are a woman and then love to use lipstick, in Indonesia the brand of Mirabelle, maybe in Malaysia also Mirabella, Mirabelle, they use AR. So we can choose different color of the lipstick and then just click the AR on the screen, and then we can see when we pick up different colors, so our face with, our lips with, will match with the color. So this is the simple way of using AR. Harvard University has used AR and VR for surgical simulation in medical courses. And university also now preparing to use this kind methodology for education. For example, in hospital teaching university, it is very less expensive to apply this program. And then the 4th is the machine learning power teaching assistant. So this is the AI-driven assistant established by one of the professor in Georgia Tech University. So Georgia Tech University, one of the best university in technology in the US, and established the AI teaching assistant, namely as Jill Watson. So the student could ask all the Q&A, very popular Q&A question, and then the AI teaching assistant will answer the very common question. So the student would urge the student to ask this Jill Watson program to have the answers. Yeah. And the 5th is the AI adaptive course delivery. Arizona State University. Arizona State University, this is one of the progressive university in the US. At that time, they have the program providing 1,000 free training for creating entrepreneur, and then offering to many universities, Arizona State University. So this is use Smart Sparrow for personalized content in biology, and this AI adaptive course also would be used together with the partner university. And the 6th is the student progress monitoring. Maybe we are very popular program, Canvas. Canvas analytic to monitor the performance of the student or the project, the assignment, and University of Michigan use this to track the performance of the student, and then many kind of application can be used by the lecturer. Next, this is the 7th program, classroom interaction, polling, chat, breakout room. University of California uses Zoom, breakout room, and Mentimeter for engagement. So this is very simple, but you do collaboratively with our partner university, with our partner university. For example, marketing strategies using real-time polling to gather student input from both partner university. And then this is classroom exercise, game, budget, reward, like Kahoot program. This is very popular. I believe that you all know about Kahoot program. It is used not only in higher education, in SMA, sekolah menengah atas, in SMP also. It is very easy. You can just click your cell phone when we have the question. And this also could increase student awareness in how to engage about the collaboration. So I have highlighted about 8 possibilities for building the collaboration between partner universities. So the performance indicator we can establish among both partners. Firstly is number of participant and engagement level. So of course we have to have established the rule the students should open the screen and then engage, raise their hand, and etc. So we have to calculate all their participation in the class. Student satisfaction survey and learning outcome also, it is one of the best way to track our performance in this program. Monitoring grade, retention, and skill development. So back to the challenges about building the collaboration is about digital divide in accessing advanced technologies. And then make sure that you have the ability in providing this digital access to all the lecturer and to the university. Data privacy concern with AI-driven platform, of course, this should be highlighted also based on the MOU or MOA among partners, and then teacher training or lecturer training and institutional readiness in building this program. In conclusion, by leveraging digital technologies, Indonesia and other Asian universities such as MSU and Jakarta Global University, and also the member of Pergubi, could foster deeper collaboration in education and research, and of course overcoming the challenges between the countries, between the university and the curriculum. But at least let's start. We build this collaboration not based on speak out in this forum, but we will do in executable manner. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Poppy. It's a very great information, Professor Poppy. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have so many ways how to do the collaboration. Please. To do the collaboration, but the key points is digital technology. Thank you very much, Professor Poppy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now coming to the discussion session, yeah. But we firstly invite Professor Ujiana, Sektaria Pasaribu, yeah, to give a kind of response, yeah, to the three of presentation. Please, Professor Ujiana. Can you please hear? Because tidak apa-apa Ibu. Yeah, you can make us a speech because our participant from daring will want to see you. Yeah, yeah, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the time. Actually, I don't prepare anything for this response because Bu Poppy didn't mention to me that I have to standing here. I only will give few comment about three of our honorary speaker. First as all, for Professor Indang, thank you for your presentation. In here, we would like to ask to you is, have you got any experience? Because I have been to Taiwan, and in fact in Taiwan, the students are quite similar with Indonesian students. They don't want to ask in the class, but they ask when the lecture finishes. And I asked to them, it is their culture like that? Yes, most of Taiwanese is like that. They quiet, they don't ask anything, but you know that the progress is very good. They show to word that they can separate from Chinese influence, and they make really good in any research. Do you have any experience how to open the culture, particularly for Generation Z, that ask any question in the classroom, not after the class finish? Because Indonesian people actually is very well known with the very active netizen, but not in the class, not face to face. And in fact, it is also happen to the lecturer? Yeah, I don't know. I look, is this there is few experience in your university, and then how about the teaching in the international student? Because one important thing to raise our level in university global is we accept international student. In fact, who come to Indonesia is coming to poorer country than Indonesian. Yeah, and in fact, we don't have enough money for them to come to Indonesia to continue like master or PhD program. That is the other thing. How, and also how to to convince Indonesian lecturer to make cooperation with around East Asian. No need to with MIT, Oxford University, blah, blah, blah. In fact, China in 10 years become the country which can make any innovation in agriculture, innovation in study, because I have been to around the world, I mean even to Germany, that it is shocking for us. Why? In Indonesia, actually, we send our lecturer to abroad since 1980s, yeah, so many, but it is very slowly the effect of technology to our country, particularly in agriculture. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. But opposite of that, if you look in YouTube, in India, in Pakistan, in Sri Lanka, they still use all technology. Yeah, they make spare-nya ban itu apa bahasa Inggrisnya ya? Untuk besinya ban mobil. Well, they still use not use automation. No, in fact, in China is already produce 1,000 per day. Yeah, so in Indonesia need those things. Of course, maybe in Java Island, in Sumatra Island, we need high technology. But I'm sure in Kalimantan, in Sulawesi, in Papua, we still need traditional. How we catch up those things, yeah. And for professor from China, I hope that I could invite from your country how to financial management, because in Indonesia a lot of undergraduate now it's called actuaria, and maybe more than 10 now, yeah, as one undergraduate in actuaria, and they study about financial from mathematics point of view, not from economic, yeah, and how we can make our children, our heritage to jump, frog jump, not following like what's happened in Europe and in America at the now, yeah. You know that many wrong calculation. I would like from your experience how to teach the financial management in there. And for GDP, I look that the GDP in China is incredible. I don't know how you can do that, yeah, because I'm the one always look, maybe one of you look Santi in China. Have you see there is from West Sumatra married with Chinese man, and they and she made Indonesian food, and it's only one Indonesian in China, but now si open our mind, betul yang tadi disampaikan, even in traditional market in Chinese using kiris and anything is there, any bumbu ingredient from Indonesia is there, so I know how it look like, and I would like how to do that. And for Bu Poppy, I don't know, it is difficult for us, to make international blah blah blah. But in fact, the lecturer itself have so abundant task from government, and particularly now, every week we have get task from higher education, fill in, fill that, and anything like, oh, it look like back to 90s. Ya, mohon maaf pakai bahasa Indonesia, kok jadi seperti tahun 90-an saya jadi dosen ya. I don't know, so many things we have to do, move from sister to here, from there, and in fact ITB also have so many things. In fact, high technology is to reduce our time for doing administrative things, But in fact, oh my God, every once in 2 weeks, I think, from higher education we have to do. The last one is about bangkom pengembangan kompetensi. Oh my God, we have to fill in blah blah for 5 years. 5 years. Oh, because I don't want to fill in that like fill in questionnaire in hotel. I have to think, okay, 2025, what I want to do, 26 and etc. I don't know. Ria, is fill in what you want. No, I'm not kind of like that. I said, I have to fill in properly because there is the price and they will send to our government and they calculate all around the world, all around Indonesia, how many million they need to improve the capacity of Indonesian lecturer. Saya tidak tahu di Unpad kapan terakhirnya, but in ITB, one faculty 17 September, another faculty 25 September. Yeah, so why I do this in hurry? The other, Bu, tenang, 27. So it's really confusing. So that is maybe Bu Poppy have any experience how don't make Indonesian lecturer back to 90s, fill in so many administrative things, because of course become a professor, actually we have to show to our junior, to our university, how we can raise money from industry, how we can raise money from other country which is already developed, not asking the government to give us money. That is why we become professor actually, how we can show to the other world what we can help them. Not, oh my God, they will reduce and they, anyway, a lot of rumor that now they want to give up, they don't want to give our incentive because it is difficult for us to compare our salary with lecturer in Malaysia. Totally always different. Yeah, it's like, maybe that is, and one thing, maybe there is what my colleague from Universitas Langlang Buana asked, how the procedure can extend not only student to your university, also lecturer, how to apply that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Ujiana. The very good question for the three presenters. Professor Indah,
Okay.
you can please
Okay.
answer the first, the two questions maybe about how to handle the silent learner.
Yeah.
The second one is how to convince your lecture. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. A very good and interesting question, Prof. Dengan izin, okay. If I may summarize, the first question is how to make student participative in class. So in our university, what we did is that we already changed the delivery method that we have currently. The big lecture, we call it as a big lecture, or the general lecture is very less now in the curriculum. So maybe it's just a one common lecture. The rest, we are doing it through the team-based learning. The students have to work together in their learning, and they are responsible to achieve the learning outcome, number one. Number two, we also use the problem-based learning, where we give the problem to the students and they use whatever they've learned in the class during the general lecture and common lecture to solve any issues and matters. So, and we have, we introduce as well a lot of the outside classroom activities. The curriculum, it is not only delivered in class, but also delivered outside the class, including with industry. So it is compulsory for the students for each subject to go out and then approach the industry, and then they learn at the industry so that they can understand the real cases. So that's the things. So it is a mass effort, if I may say, Prof. So we have to change our curriculum. We have to change our mode of delivery. We call it as MTP, the micro teaching plan that we have, and we have to train the lecturers, retrain again from the very beginning. Because before this, even though the PO outcome or outcome-based curriculum has been introduced, but now we have to revisit the outcome-based curriculum. So it is more on the activities, because we know nowadays Generation Z, the Millennial Z, the Y generation, they cannot give attention. Their attention span is very short. They need to do activities. They need to do a combination of the kinesthetic, the virtual, the auditory. We must use all this when we introduce the teaching and learning delivery in our class. So the micro teaching plan must fulfill the requirement of auditory student, of the visual student, of the kinesthetic student, and the student that have a metacognitive approach or abstract student. So our micro teaching plan must fulfill all these learners' needs. So it's a very tedious effort, Prof, if I may say, but at the end of the day, when we do the analysis of the performance of the students and their performance at the industry, so we feel satisfied. If you may say in our video just now, 98% of our students getting job within 6 months. So when we track back what make that performance is because of that. We change our methodology at all. So very less common lecture nowadays. That's number one. Number two is you ask about how to handle international student. Two component, Prof, three if I may say. Number one is that the readiness of the university. So in our university, because we have about 70 nationalities currently with our university, even to the level of in our canteen, apa ya di sini panggil canteen? Canteen, okay. Di canteen, cafe, ada jualan makanan yang otentik daripada China, yang untuk cater student from China. Sekarang ini sudah ada juga yang Arabic booth, Arabic cafe untuk cater yang datang daripada Middle East. To that level. Even though in campus nowadays, there's a lot of the flag of their countries because we would like them to feel at home. So tidak jauh daripada negaranya. So setiap kali ada national day for their country, kita akan sama-sama celebrate with them. 17 Agustus ya, Indonesia National Day. So we are together with them. Menyanyi lagu Indonesia Raya bersama-sama, menaikkan bendera dan sebagainya. Ini dari zaman Prof Edi lagi, semasa beliau di sana kita sudah mulai the national. So we would like them to be feel at home. To that level, Prof. So a lot of other initiative that we do, insyaAllah nanti kalau ada kelapangannya mungkin boleh saya ke ETB, boleh kita sharing sama-sama ya, dan singgah di Unpad juga untuk kita sharing sama-sama insyaAllah. The next question is macam mana, how to make the lecturers interested to do internationalization activities. Pada mulanya kami juga ada masalah begitu. Tetapi di universiti kami buat dua cara. Yang pertamanya ialah sebagai reward untuk dosen tersebut. For those dosen that have achieved their KPI and show their commitment and perform, then we will reward them in sending them abroad. So salah satunya ialah melawat universiti. So in other way, we make them interested to do better, number one. Number two, and when they go to that university, then they can have networking, do the research collaboration together, and so on and so forth. Number one. Number two is that kita always ada setiap subjek wajib untuk ada global classroom. Seperti tadi yang Prof. Poppy katakan juga, every subject is compulsory. Setiap subjek itu harus mengenal pasti daripada mana, siapa dosennya, siapa profesornya yang akan memberi lecture untuk subjek tersebut. Sama ada daripada MSU ataupun daripada our partner university. Itu ialah effort daripada lecturersnya. Yang ketiga ialah support daripada university. Training, menyediakan mereka dengan pendedahan international video seperti yang Prof katakan tadi dan pelbagai lagi yang effort yang dilakukan oleh universiti. Kami setiap hari terima ramai guest ya daripada Indonesia particularly. Every day we have a guest. So we will send our lecturers to be together with them, do the networking, and at the end of the day it will boost their moral and increase the interest of the lecturers to do the internationalization activities. And tadi Prof ada bercakap teknologi, tadi Prof ada bercakap tak nak ada student international, tak nak datang ke Indonesia. Ya Prof, tapi sebenarnya ramai yang mau datang ke Indonesia. Kerana Indonesia ini, kalau saya, teman-teman saya semasa saya belajar di UK dahulu, daripada kalangan English ya, they would like to come to Indonesia because they see Indonesia as an exotic country. They can learn different culture, different budaya, different makanan dan sebagainya. And ramai juga yang teman-teman saya daripada universiti lain yang datang ke sini untuk belajar pelbagai perkara daripada Indonesia. So don't feel disheartened, Prof. I also kalau saya sendiri kalau ada peluang ke Jakarta ini setiap minggu saya mau datang ya kerana makanannya sedap sekali. Okey. Belanja baju ya. InsyaAllah nanti kita ada kolaborasi, kita ke Bandung insyaAllah. Jadinya Prof, ini antara effort yang kita buat di universiti untuk menyokong internationalization initiative. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Prof Indang. Good answer, I think. Is it enough, Professor Uji? Enough ya? Okay, we move to the second question to Professor Zhang. Professor Zhang, please. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Professor Zhang. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please.
Sorry, I didn't catch the question exactly because there are some problems with my laptop. So I beg your pardon about the question.
Huh? Oh. Okay. The first Professor Zhang. Yeah. Okay, the first one is about Professor Uji would like to invite you to the lecture for financial management. Yeah, the first is there, and the second one is about how about the program actuaria in your country? Is it related to only math? Yeah. Or is it also related to your financial management as well? And the third one is about makanan apa itu Bu? Oh, yeah. China has already have so many traditional ingredients for cooking. Yeah. As well as in Indonesia, and And then? Oh. Oh. Yeah. Is it come from Indonesia, imported, or you grow it in your country itself? Yeah, that's the third question. Please, Professor Jiang, are you? Do you catch the point?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you just mentioned, well, I just speak briefly about, the Indonesia students study in WXIT. Well, and I just heard that, you mentioned that some students in Indonesia, they don't have, enough money to support their study in China. Actually, for WXIT, it's not a big question. And because, we also take this into consideration, and Indonesia students study in WXIT, actually, we charge very low tuition fees. For example, in WXIT, we charge only 2,000 US dollars per year, including the accommodation fees. But if the students come from our cooperative universities or colleges in Indonesia, we charge only half. We give, we charge only 1,000 US dollars for the students coming from our cooperative colleges or universities. And for some, excellent students, they study in China for 3 years for free, if they are excellent in that study. Well, most of Indonesia students come to China to learn, for example, mechatronics, IoT, finance, electric vehicle, intelligent manufacturing, etc. And training facilities are very, very important for them to, most of these students concern most about the training facilities. So in WSIT, we also invest about 30 million US dollars to build the intelligent factory inside our campus and upgrade the teaching facilities, including, the intelligent machines, electric vehicles in the training site to help the students to learn by doing. You just mentioned that some students are passive to participate in classroom activities. Actually, we can carefully select the teaching sites. Not all the classes should be carried out in classrooms. We can, choose the training site with good intelligent facilities, for example, manufacturing facilities or electrical vehicles, and let them just operate these machines and prove what they have learned, the theoretical knowledge, what they learned in classrooms. And well, in China, if Indonesia students choose to learn finance, they have to learn mathematics. It's very important. For grade 1, they have to pass, the subjects related to mathematics, and then they can choose the major courses and further to learn the major courses. Well, the third one is, I think we should cooperate with the Chinese-founded enterprises in Indonesia. As far as I know, there are more than 100 big Chinese enterprises in Indonesia, very, very big. And some of them specialize in manufacturing, IoT, and some of them, just doing tourism or hospitality or five-star hotels, etc. And we should cooperate with them. And most of these companies can provide funds to support the Indonesia students. And before they come to China, come to WSIT for study, they can, we can cooperate with these companies and ask them to provide, the tuition fees for these students. And after they graduate from China, and then they should provide, some jobs, good jobs for these students. Well, in the last 5 years, we do, a lot of programs like this. And now we cooperate with Jakarta Global University and the Gambas Nickel Company, and we do the same way. And the company provides $2,000 for each Indonesia student. And these students will get training in JGU and WSIT. And when they finish, the training, they go back to Indonesia and can get a job in this Chinese companies in Indonesia. And as far as I know, the salary of these students are much higher than that of the local students.
Yeah, okay. Professor Uji, I think it's enough, yeah? The answer? Thank you very much, Professor Zhang. Yeah, thank you, Professor. The last question is for Ibu Poppy. Yeah, this is out of the theme, but this is still hot, I should say.
Okay.
Please answer.
Thank you so much. Thank you for Professor Ujiana about your concern. We have known that the problem facing by most of the lecturer of Indonesian lecturer, particularly the private and public university, lots of, you mentioned the burden, how the very administrative things we have to fulfill. So in line with performance of the university, this should be the concern of the rector, and how to strengthen the capacity of the lecturer, and then how to provide the assistance for most of the, particularly the professor and also senior lecturer, to reduce the many administrative things that should be completed by the senior lecturer. So in relation to the topic that we highlighted, we discussed today about the technology and the innovation, how we could innovate the collaboration among university between Indonesia and overseas university, we cannot avoid this kind of collaboration. One of the indicator to become world-class ranking university, one of the indicator is the collaboration. And the collaboration consists 15% of the score for achieving the QS star world-class university ranking. And then it should become the performance indicator of the lecturer from Pak Rektor, to all the lecturer and also to all the rector of the member of the Pergubi. So all the lecture here also, you have to have the ability to improve yourself and then to accommodate with all the technology. For example, recently on the 24th of September, Harvard Business Review just released the article, and then the writer mentioned she is the lecturer at Harvard Business School in the topic of communication science. She used the AI generative for assigning the student to do the project. And also Universitas Pajajaran, the Senate has just released the rule, the regulation, that all the paperwork, research and etc., if it is used the generative AI, they may use and the reference. And then also it is very common now, And in the class also, I urge the student to use ChatGPT. And then they have to provide the list of the prompt, and then they have to have the leveling skill in how to use the ChatGPT. Because we cannot avoid, this is the technology that has been used by many industries. We cannot lag behind ourselves without avoiding this kind of technology. So based on the discussion presented by the lecturer from Harvard Business Review, they assigned the student a project to develop a business case and then generate the answer from ChatGPT, and then only revise 10% from the original work provided by ChatGPT, and then request the student to discuss this case study, and then the students should have discuss in the class, and then they may try to find the answer also from ChatGPT, from website, from any kind sources to build up a very good project. So my message to Professor Ujiana and also to all the lecturers here and also to all the rectors of the university, start from the simple one. Yeah. Do the best in the simple thing, you will become the greatest one. If you cannot try in the simple way, you cannot become the greatest thing. Yeah. For example, like using Kahoot. Yeah. In maybe some of my colleagues, maybe because of the age and also the adaptability of the apps, reluctant to use. Yeah. But we have to push ourselves using any kind of apps in our regular work as a lecturer to use the method that I mentioned. All are used by most of the world-class university, even Harvard, even MIT, even Stanford, using very simple way, Kahoot, Mentimeter, very very simple thing. Very simple thing. And also now Harvard using ChatGPT, while many lecturers avoiding, no, I don't want to use ChatGPT because it's not original. No, this is now is satellite world now. We cannot avoid this kind of technology. We have to be adapted with the technologies. Yeah, so this is my message. We have to be faster than any other industry who have already introduced the technology in AI and then use it in our performance for our teaching, our building collaboration and etc. I think that is my message. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Professor Poppy. I think enough, Professor Uji. Now we come to the next respondent, Professor Jaja, please. Because of our limited time, you can ask only one question to one presenter, okay? Enggak, pokoknya satu pertanyaan satu. Semua.
Thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will respond not just 5 minutes because everything is clear and good presenter, and I think it's a very interesting topic. Don't forget that we have one agenda left. Stadium General from Gulf University Bahrain. So I just 2 minutes. 2 minutes is very difficult to me. But basically I agree with what has been clearly conveyed as previously stated Professor Poppy, Professor Zhang, and Professor Indah. Just one question for Professor Poppy, this is my senior at Pajajaran University. How about difficulties for Indonesia private university to take part in collaboration with the university at the United States of America? This is one question for you. But their Master of Ceremony, I would like to expose some presentation matter for 3 speakers. maybe the benefit of the implementation of the collaboration on education, learning, as well as in research. I think I note there are four very things to take part in our active collaboration. At the first, global, international, or local collaboration give me our access to broader knowledge. This is very important because global collaboration provide access to variety, to experts, resources, and knowledge spread throughout in the world. And so, through the global collaborations, they can complement and enrich project with the global insights. And the second global collaboration, I think this give hours to solving complex problem, like the world's grand challenge, climate change, infectious disease like COVID-19 before, and I think these are global nature and require collaboration across country and multidiscipline. No single country, I think, have the perfect solution to very problem solving. This just one question. I have the second question for Mrs. Enda about how the perception about the private university, Indonesia private university, if we take part in active collaboration with your country. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Nice to
thank
meet
you.
you. Assalamualaikum
Thank you.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much. Okay, please, I think it's probably due to Professor Poppy first. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Prof. Jaja, for the question. So I would like to share our experiences in building the collaboration in education between higher education in Indonesia and the US. We know that the US is a powerful country. They have lots of funding, but also to study in the US is very costly. Local students, they pay normal rate, but international students, they have to pay triple cost compared to the local student. So the higher education in the US, they really know the money and then the value of the funding, because to pay the professor and also the infrastructure, the system, the technology, it's very costly. The labor cost in the US is very costly. That's why in building the collaboration, it's very around 80%, none is free. Most of the partner universities should bring the funding to the university. For example, I accompany University of Indonesia in consultation to build the collaboration with University of California in Berkeley, particularly for the Faculty of Engineering. The Universitas Indonesia, they brought the funding around 3 billion rupiah into the Berkeley Foundation. In return, the Berkeley Foundation, through the Faculty of Engineering of University of California at Berkeley, will then to schedule about the visiting scholar research collaboration that will be collaborated together. That is the second problem. Secondly, I accompany the rector of UGM, Universitas Gajah Mada. They brought 9 deans and the rector. I accompanied them to do the MOU with Northwestern University, top world-class university. And then there is the Jeffrey Winter there. You know Jeffrey Winter, the author in Oligarchy book, very well known in the US and also in Indonesia. They require the double degree program between master program, Northwestern University and the UGM. The students should pay 58,000 tuition fee. None of the student from UGM go to the US. It's very costly, 58,000. Yeah, 58,000. And then I support ITB, yeah, Institute of Technology Bandung. I mentioned that start from simple thing. I always start from simple thing to do the best. I engaged the Dean of the Aeronautic Engineering, Professor Tata, and then I introduced to the Dean Department of the Engineering of the University of Indiana in Bloomington, and then to engage in course collaboration, and then to engage about the collaborative assignment. Then they will level up in building the research collaboration, not from the top, but do from the lower level first. Because the rector or the president of the university will ask to the deans, the lecturer who wants to have the collaborative work. If none of the dean and lecturer to do the collaborative with university, then the president would reject. So in the US, the lecturer is very powerful. Because why? They have the funding, they have the project, they could assign, and then also will assign from overseas student under their research funding. Like in Indonesia, maybe we have the hibah, yeah, hibah pasca sarjana and etc. But it's very limited. But in the US, a huge amount of funding. So second suggestion to all the lecturer in Indonesia, in Asia, based on my experience dealing with the Department of Education, the Ministry of Education in the US, we have to have the unique research capacity. We have to have a special research. Most of the US researchers would love to engage with us. Why? Because we have uniqueness. For example, one of the professor from Oregon State University, they would love to engage with UNPAD professor because we have herbal. Ya, Bapak kan apoteker ya, Pak Rektor apoteker, you are from pharmacist. They really like about herbal. They don't have any kind of Indonesian herbal, but we have many kind of the plant, yeah, that are very beneficial for our health. So start from things that they don't have, yeah, and then small medium enterprises about craft, food, technology, and particularly about engineering for smart drone, yeah, smart agriculture that are really very unique in Indonesia. And then they would have the research agenda, and then they will apply the funding to national health association, to NFA and etc. And then once they get the funding, collaborative with our lecturer, department, and then they will have the collaboration. So we have to start from the small. So that's why I urge all university to Pak Rector particularly. You mentioned you have 40 young lecturer. You have to push them using the latest technology. It is a must. That is part your performance indicator. Even to Ibu Poppy, to all the lecturer here, all the lecturer, once they want to be graded by the rector or wants to have the upgraded salary, in the curriculum should be pointed that should be written in the syllabus, etc., using AI, using etc. It's this kind of technology. Why? Because I see many syllabi is very old, yeah, old and then replicate year by year, but not very updated using technology. So I think this is my suggestion. Start from the simple thing. We are a great country, and then we have a great thing, but how we could live up and then to visualize is to become something that very attractive to our partner university, so we could build the collaboration. But if we could not branding our program, our research, our thing that are not unique, not distinctive enough compared to other researcher, I think they would not really attractive to build the collaboration. But don't worry, many university in Indonesia has already have the collaboration, but in simple way, as I mentioned, like between lecturer and lecturer, yeah, P2P program, people-to-people program, that is the most powerful thing because the professor have the connection with the professor. Like we built up the collaboration with one the professor from Northern Illinois University, and then this professor become the advisor for the president election in Indonesia because we start from scratch, before scratch, and then suddenly he come to Indonesia, he visited Indonesia, and then he really loved the culture of Indonesia, and then every year he built the funding to visit again to this country. Yeah, I think that is my suggestion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Poppy. The very, good explanation. Yes, yeah. Please, Prof. Indah.
Jawapan soalan kedua satu saja. Boleh. Start dengan MSU dan JGU dulu.
Ya, boleh Pak. Ya. Ya, ditunggu. Okay. MSU is very welcome.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Ibu dan Bapak, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are very grateful being here because we have so precious presenters. Yeah. Today, and I think thank you for your presentation, Professor Indang, Professor Zhang, and Professor Poppy. Yeah, nice to hear your presenter. Very great presenters. Thank you also, Professor Uji, Professor Jaja, for your response. Yeah, I think I'm no need to make a kind of a brief or where is it resume? Yeah, because I think you have done that. Yeah, so without any further ado, because of the time, we have big applause of our session. Thank you very much again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
All right, thank you so much for a really useful information and sharing knowledge to all of us today. Please a warm applause for everyone here. While waiting for the team for a moment, actually, after this we are going to have a MOU signing and also taking group picture over there on the backdrop, and also we are going to have a general lecturer as well, but I think we are going to have a separate team with the online lecture with Ms. Nurul, and here MOU signing with us to save the time for every one of us. At the moment, I would like to call Mr. Hadi so we can proceed to the MOU signing. Now, so at the moment we are going to call Ms. Nurul as the moderators to introduce Dr. Muhammad first before we close the Zoom for their session. Now actually is the introduction first for the Dr. Muhammad, so that after that we can continue to our offline ceremony. Please, Ms. Nurul.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much for the opportunity that have given to me. And now we move to the next agenda, which is online guest lecture. But for now, I think I will read for the CV of our speaker today. Our speaker today will be Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad and Abdul Razak Al-Shekli from Gulf University of Bahrain. Okay. Maybe we can show, yes. Okay, the CV from Prof. Muhammad. Last education was PhD in Mechanical and Materials Engineering, Department of Mechanicals and Materials Engineering, National University of Malaysia, or UKM. And he is currently working as a chair of University Research Council, Gulf University, Kingdom of Bahrain, since September 2023 until present. And there are so many awards actually that Prof. Muhammad have already got, more than 30 awards. There are top 2% scientists worldwide 2024 by Stanford University, and Best Researcher Award from Gulf University for the year 2023 until 2024. International Award of Merit from the Republic of Croatia in conjunction with the Malaysia-Croatia Technology Exchange 2021. And also he is a member of Institutions of Engineering and Technology, or IET, in United Kingdom. Member of Biomedical Engineering Society, or BMES, since 2021 in United States of America. And there are 19 professional participations and also committees that our speaker have joined. What a really amazing CV for our speaker today. To Prof. Muhammad, are you still there with us? Hi, Prof. How are you?
Hai, Assalamualaikum. And selamat tengah hari.
Okay.
Thank you so much for such amazing opportunity to be part of such amazing seminar. What I can see there is a lot of information and a lot of details. I learned a lot actually, and there's a lot of new updates, informations. So again, it's my great pleasure to be here with you. First, let me introduce myself. This is Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Al-Shekli, Chair of University Research Council in Gulf University in Bahrain. So, and my great pleasure to be here with you. Today, I'm just wanna share with you, where was it? Just a minute. Nurul, can just allow me as an admin, please?
Okay, sure, Prof. Okay, maybe our session today will be start. So please, for the operator, you may. Hello. Okay. Okay. Should we start now, Prof?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Please, Prof. Time is yours.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nurul. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and very good evening all. So thank you very much for inviting me and to be part of such amazing event. So today I'm going to talk about the ChatGPT and the future of scientific research writing, its opportunities and challenging here. Okay, well, nowadays everyone in this life using ChatGPT, even as academician or non-academician, and anything asked is just like replacing the Google. So straight away they can anything, straight away go to ChatGPT and go ask and go do this one, do that one. But for us as academician, when we talk about the research and the scientific research, it's now is a play a pivot role in terms of optimizing the research and in terms of writing articles. It's helped a lot. But we have to understand ChatGPT is not a human, it's a tools. It's just a tools. Okay. So about the agenda for today, I'm going to talk about the rise of AI, overview of ChatGPT, ChatGPT in scientific research writing, opportunities offered by ChatGPT, real-world examples of success, challenging and limitation, mitigate the risk and the future of scientific research. Then we'll open questions and then the conclusion. Well, as we know, the ChatGPT is already developed by the AI Open, okay, and this is the language they use it, and it's went for many process, and we can see that's like 3.0, 3.5, 3.4.0, 4.0 professional, and so on. Okay, if we compare the ChatGPT for 3.0 and 4 professional, there is a huge difference between them in terms of hallucination, in terms of accuracy, in terms of fake data. There is a lot of things we can discover later on. Well, what we can see is that OpenAI goals is to develop and promote a friendly AI use. So what we can see that now we can use it even in our phone, in our laptops. Okay. Okay, and then yeah. Okay. Hello? Is it clear? No. Well, so when we talk about the ChatGPT itself, nowadays we can find it in our mobile, and it is a good teacher when we want to start to learn English, or to want to add to learn anything. We can just like a chit chat with the chatbot, with the voice recognition and all those things. Now, when we go to how AI can help scientific research, number one, when we talk about the idea generation, okay, the idea generation, we can just give the keywords. For example, create me or suggest some titles about implementation of IoT in healthcare. For example, this is just example. I just give a title, then what I can get from there, I can get many idea. Okay, it can help forgive the ideas and how can we move on with the next level of our research. Drafting tests, again, it can add the conversation, any scientific data, we can get the body of the articles, it can help a lot, can save the time. Okay, we can ask them also to proofreading, especially for the not native speakers. We can ask them just to help to be as a proofreaders. Beside that, also we can use it as a translators. We can give the main text, and it can translate it for dual language or for many languages, and so on. And when we go about the opportunities of ChatGPT in research writing, well, it's a ChatGPT, seriously, it's a bring a new down of opportunity of scientific research writing. We can see that it's opening new horizon. It's really opening new horizon for the academician. When we talk about, for example, last time for the previous generation, or not generation, we cannot say generation, for past 10 years, the search, the research is totally changed. Okay, last time when you want to search about any area, you will suffer a lot. You will go for a lot of difficult time, go here and go there, and even though there's internet, but when we talk about the idea itself is very difficult. And is it a genius? Is it a novel or not? It was really difficult. Nowadays, it's very simple and very easy. You can just like that, in simple way, we can get it. Okay. Now, opportunities in ChatGPT. What we can get? What is the opportunities for the research writing? Number one, increase the efficiency. Okay, it can help in terms of academic articles or general things. For example, I want to write a proposal, just want to see what's going on about this topic. For example, as I said it, the IoT in healthcare, what's going on? What is the latest technology? I can see the efficiency about the work. Enhance collaboration, that's mean multiple research can understand and integrate their points of view. Number three, explain the accessibility. Okay, scientific concept is because this is online and we can share all those knowledge. Okay, publishing assistant even can suggest the opportunity for some journals, and based on the field, based on the quarters. Last time you have to open each website and search, okay, by the keyword, okay, by the keyword, but I don't know how nowadays it's become more easy. So straight away, I can just ask them, okay, suggest me some five Q1 journals more related to this one. So in simple way, it can help and can support. Okay, but this is all the bright side of ChatGPT. Now we will go to the obstacles and the concerns of using ChatGPT in scientific research. So we have to understand that ChatGPT is not a human. ChatGPT is the AI tools. It depends about the training data, what they have it. So based on the data what you have, they can do training and can provide the answer because it's not a human. We have to understand that. We not should rely 100% about ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a tool, only tool. Well, let's move on with the obstacles and concerns about using ChatGPT in scientific research. Number one is the judgment of ethics. Okay, definitely. This could be potential lead, okay, for unethical incorporation. Number two, the language and formatting. Some parts or some languages especially have a complex language structures. Those things cannot be detected unless we have trained the ChatGPT to move on with those things. Number three, over reliance. So the risk of the research. This is one of the most important points. I'm talking about myself. Nowadays, if anything I needed, okay, just go to ChatGPT straight away. Even if I wanna write, for example, official email and something, I just keep the keyword, please generate email for me. Then I can send straight away. But what will happen after that? Whereas a human, our brain will shrink. Frankly speaking, our brain will shrink because we are not use it a lot, because we are 100% relied on AI, and this is the problem. Anyway, number four is about the bias in data. So again, because it's just a tool and what's the data, what you have it can show it. Understanding context. Okay, this is another point. Number six, the lack of the original research. Okay, this is what can expect from ChatGPT, because again, it's training data only. There is no original research. What we have put inside is a train and can predict, but cannot reach the human brain. Cannot reach the human brain. Okay. The limitation in data training, the same as we just explained it here. Okay. Misinterpretation. So AI may misinterpret, promote, or data which can lead incorrect, misleading results. And that's what we can say, that there is a lot of hallucination. It's improved a bit, but still there's not perfect 100%. Okay, when compare about ChatGPT 3.0 is a horrible. Seriously, a lot of hallucination there. But now it's improved, but it's still not perfect 100%. Okay, so again, I try to make it very quick one. Okay, again, we are as a human, we have to be up to date to the technology. We have to grip all the technology. We have to take the advantage of all technologies. We, as a researchers, we have to get out from the old school. Old school is gone. Again, old school is gone. We have to adopt the new era. This is AI era. Otherwise, we will left behind. Okay, so I think that's all from my side. Thank you very much for your patience, and any question, most welcome. Yes, very clear, Nurul. So I hope the question in English, saya boleh cakap bahasa Indonesia sikit je. Boleh, boleh lah. Hmm. Yes, sure. You know, it's scaring actually. When we talk about these things, it's really scaring. Especially when I said when I saw in the media last time in Korea or somewhere, is one robot just threw himself from the window, exclude himself, and it's very scaring actually. It's like if you see the one movie RoboCop, we hope we cannot reach this level actually for the RoboCop. Yeah, but definitely AI cannot take a place and the robots cannot take a place of a human. Okay? No way. The human is a human and the robot is a robot. Okay? No one can reach the way of the human thing. That's impossible. Okay? We have to understand those AI is only tools. Only tools can help and can support us in our daily life routine. Not more than this, actually.
Okay, it's sure scary for us, but actually I look forward for it, Prof, because it somehow help us a lot, especially even my students when they would like to like search for assignments, they will use ChatGPT.
Yes, this has become daily life routine. We have to, Nurul, we have to adopt this culture. We have to adopt. We have to accept it. We have to accept it. But we have to get away from the old school. Let's change our assessment way. Let's change our assignments. Don't stick with the old school one. Don't make it like a straightforward. Make it like an open book. Let them use their brain and let them their brain in how to input the information in the chat GPT. What they need to put inside the chat GPT. Okay? That's the points what we need to add it there. We have to get out from the old school, traditional way. Because the new the I don't know what the Gen Y or Gen Z, I don't know what they call it right now. Okay, it's totally different. Totally different. Okay? So for sure, for us, we have to change our way, not for the new generation.
Okay, that's so interesting. Actually, when I use ChatGPT, it's really helpful, but I have some tips of actually. So if we would like to use it in our way, we have to educate the ChatGPT itself first. For example, if we would like to talk about like, for example, maybe Gulf University, we have to like tell it first what is Gulf University and what kind of program they have. And next, ChatGPT will provide more, what is it, more valuable information.
Yeah, that's what happened actually. Because as we said, once you put the data inside, we add the data inside, it will remember it will remember all those things, okay, and it will use it in its training parts. So this is the normal part.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prof. I think
My great
there's
pleasure.
no other questions. Okay, do you have maybe closing statement?
No, for me, I just would like to thank everyone here in this such amazing event, especially Prof. Eddie, for this kind invitation. And it's my pleasure to be here with you. Okay, I was staff and still attached to MSU, and I'm still MSUrian till this time. Okay, so it's my great pleasure to be part of all those things. And I hope we can do more collaboration in the future, inshallah.
Sure, Prof. Thank you so much for knowledge you have shared us today. It's also
Thank you
a
so much.
pleasure for me to become your moderator today.
Thank you so much, Nurul. You're one of the best students and now colleagues. Okay, so for sure, it's my great pleasure, and I'm so happy to see you. You're climbing the stairs. You're taking very high and good positions, and wish you all the best, inshallah, for your
Thank you.
future.
Thank you so much, Prof. Okay,
Thank you
I
so much.
think the guest lecture session is enough for today and it's finished. Lastly, I would like again to say thank you to our speaker today for online guest lecture by Associate Professor Dr. Mohammed and Abdul Razak Al-Shekli. Now I give it back to the MC.
All right, thank you, Associate Professor Dr. Mohammed. Thank you, Ms. Nurul Aslamia. Thank you for the lecture, very insightful for today. All right, as we come to the close of the seminar, Innovating Global Collaboration on Education and Research, we would like to extend our deepest gratitude to all the speakers, moderators, responders, and participants for your valuable contribution and insightful discussion. Today, we have sparked important conversation that highlight the significance of cross-border collaboration in advancing education and research. Let us carry forward the knowledge and connection we have established today as we continue to drive innovation and tackle global challenges together. Thank you for being part of this enlightened experience. We look forward to further strengthening our partnership and continuing this collaborative journey in the future. Buah nanas, buah ceri, dicampur gula, enak sekali. Cukup sekian pertemuan kali ini. Semoga bisa bertemu lagi kemudian hari. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.